need to start recording for YouTube. Hello. Today we're continuing Turnabout for the Ages. So, if you don't know, to catch up for a little bit, to kind of catch you guys up. So basically, I'm kind of gonna go like kind of out of order of how this case is played, just so it makes a little bit more sense. So this comes directly off of A Forsaken Turnabout, right? So in A Forsaken Turnabout, Rosie Ringer was killed by Excelsius Winner, and the people that were supposed to be... No, wait. I was gonna say... No, because there's a trial that was supposed to go on. There's a trial that went on in the middle of this case that I think Rosie was supposed to... No, wait, no. Okay, scratch that, let me restart. So basically, in this case, it's kind of established that this day was supposed to be the day that Fifi Lagarde's trial was supposed to go on. And Rosie Ringer was supposed to be her defense attorney, but she got killed in A Forsaken Turnabout. So Eddie Fender got put on the case basically, because of her death. And then and the prosecution for Fifi's trial was supposed to be Eustace Winner, but in this case we find out, Eustace has disappeared, but turns out he didn't actually disappear. He was kidnapped by people who mistook him for this kid called Sean, who turns out to be Judge Gavel's son, right? I suspect he's adopted or something, because he's half her age, but nevertheless. But basically, at the time of the trial started, no one knows where he's gone. Everyone's just he stitched the trial. So at the very last minute, Francisca von Karma gets put on the trial as the prosecution. And basically, when the trial starts, Judge Gavel is just very insistent of having Fifi Lagarde get a not guilty verdict, despite the fact that she was with us when we collected the evidence, and she knows very well that Fifi is guilty, basically. So, and we later find out in the break, in the recess, that basically Gavel's son Sean has disappeared or got kidnapped by someone else. He's just disappeared, and he's basically being held at ransom. And the person that's holding him at ransom calls up Gavel and is just hey, I have your son. Make sure Fifi Lagarde gets a not guilty verdict, or Sean's dead meat, basically. So yeah, and basically Edgeworth and Kay are just we're gonna do so. And in the recess, in the 15-minute, but okay, scratch that. No phrase. So Gavel gets the ransom call. She tells Edgeworth Kay, Francisca and Eddie about this. I think it might have been Edgeworth and Kay. I'm not sure. But basically, and we're gonna backtrack a little. The evidence for Lagarde's trial went missing because basically Eustace had handed it to his dad for safekeeping, but then Excelsius Winner, Eustace's dad, did something with it, and now basically Francisca has no evidence to prosecute Lagarde. So she has no case. She has no case. basically. So, like, Francisco and Eddie, during the recess, Francisco and Eddie are like trying to find the evidence, and Adam, Wow, Edgeworth, and Kay, I think they even promised to find Sean or try to find Eustace. No, they promised Gazelle they're gonna try and find Sean, but when they get to like their suspected location, they actually find Eustace instead, which like begs the question of like, oh, where's Sean if like the kidnappers mistook Eustace for Sean, you know? So yeah, that's what we're up to in 10 About for the Ages. So yeah, let's get into this. We are back at the big building. Okay, there's Tabby. So yeah, this is where we're up to, at the big building. Let's go talk to Tabby actually. How about that? A little help from little old me and y'all made a giant leap closer to solving the case. Closer? Sure, if by closer you mean we wound up going after the completely wrong kidnapping victim. She must have barely looked at the photo at all. Oh really? And here I thought I'd given y'all the tip of the century. My bad. Wait, did we get a photo? Oh wait, no. I think she got. Did she get a photo or did we show her a photo? Cause she witnessed someone get kidnapped. She's witnessed Eustace get kidnapped. It's not your fault. It's ours for playing our trust and unreliable sources. We just have to learn not to do that again. Hey, that ain't nice. I don't gotta give y'all no tips at all, you know. And I won't. Not if you're gonna be like that. Alright, fine. Maybe just this once. But only cause I got a real scoop for y'all this time. A real scoop? A real scoop? This should be good. What's a scoop? Fine. I'm not expecting much, but you got my attention. What is this scoop of yours? Proof that's what? Proof that Torosaurus really is real. Yeah, no, I don't believe that. Alright, Kay. Believe it. Wait. I ain't lying, I swear. Sure, it's hard to believe, but it's true. We don't have the time for this, but we also don't have much else to go on, I suppose. Proof? What kind of proof? Did you capture something on your tape recorder, perhaps? You're good, Ruffles. Sharper than a gosh dang tap. I captured the sound of that big old beastie breathing fire is what I captured. I was hoping for something a little better than that. Hey, don't make that face, Daggett. I ain't lying. Listen for yourself and tell me it ain't true. Alright, ready? It's fire breathing time, Dagnabbit. That just sounds like any old contraption, like a heater or something. Well, kind of hard to tell over the shouting, but it could have been something breathing fire, maybe? And tell me, Miss Lloyd, did you see this fire breathing something with your own eyes? Well, not exactly with my eyes as such, being as how I wasn't precisely close by when it happened. Surely the real Torosaurus would be pretty hard to miss no matter how far away you were standing. Well, see, I was far away but also recording via what you might call non-standard means. Would you mind explaining what you mean by that? I really dug myself a hole here, huh? See, I might... Oh, shit. Could have rigged me for a little wireless intercept hoping to do a little scoop detecting. Tabby! Fuck's sake, Tabby. That's so sad. Poor insect. Not that kind of bug, Kay. Not an insect, Kay. An intercept. But she was listening out for radio signals. It would have allowed her to listen in on any nearby transmissions. Me and the chief been down here at the big building sniffing around these last couple of days. Looking into Miss Hart's tip about the underground auction, I assume. Yeah, I assume that as well. Which would mean that you've been listening in on all the radio signals in the area too. I'm trying to sort out my webcam, by the way. Sure off, which is how I wound up hearing the most thunderous air-splaying noise you ever did hear. The pounding of feet, the electricity in the air. That was it. Torosaurus at last. You made up everything except the roaring sound, didn't you? The long and short of it is that you didn't actually see anything, correct? I don't see things, I'm a writer, you hear? Anyhow, I kept listening to the line till down. What did you say? Till down the line comes. Your power there's voice hollering, fit to be fanned. Eavesdropping coward, why don't you come out and show yourself? Huh? What was that sound? Tabby. Our apologies for that. I'm sure Kay didn't mean to bow you over with her little outburst. I assume it was as shocking as it was because you didn't hear it directly. It came through your headphones while you were listening to the signal from the bug, didn't it? Oh, what? Are you saying she planted it? Hey, come on now. I ain't not into no booking, just a little light-hearted intercepting is all. Would you mind if we borrowed the tape of what you recorded, Miss Lloyd? Do what you dangle, please. She planted the bug on Kay's pin. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth! Oh, it's Regina and Simeon. I was literally just focusing on text and I was just like, is Old back here? Because she's like, oh, Edgy, oh, Edgeworth. But then I looked up and I was like, oh, it's Regina and Simeon. I actually like Regina and Simeon. You know, when Regina's not being chased around by creepy adults that are at least 5 years older than her. Mr. C, Miss Barry. How's the search going? Did you find him? Not yet. Poor Sean. Sean? Nothing, just a slip of the tongue. I guess they still don't know about the kidnapping. We did manage to find Eustace, yes. You did? That's great. Thanks so much. Now maybe they won't arrest me again. Okay, let's go talk to Simeon and Regina then. You're amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. How did you find Prosecutor Winner? It was some serious investigative magic, that's how. It was pure luck, actually, but never mind. The search for Eustace. You didn't even need our help, huh? That's not true. Thanks so much for joining in on the search. Where did you look, by the way? This place a little way away called Sunshine Coliseum. Do you know it? Wait, is the Sunshine Coliseum the same thing from the Apollo Justice trilogy? Sunshine Coliseum. Yeah, it is! Reference, that's a reference. Okay. Yeah, I thought I recognized it then. I knew that they would reference stuff in the Phoenix Wright trilogy, but I never knew that this would reference stuff in Apollo Justice, or Apollo Justice would have referenced places that were mentioned in this. I don't know which game came first. I don't know which one came first. Okay. Oh, we got a little map, we know. Okay. I'm guessing there's going to be people out there that's going to be like, that's going to try and solve, like, which state specifically Ace Attorney specifically takes place in, or like the map of this state, because I don't think it's explicitly mentioned which state this specifically takes place in. Like, I know I call it Japanifornia, but that's just because that's what the fandom dubs it, because of like localization shit. So yeah, but I don't actually know if it takes place in California or not. Hello, Alice. How you doing? But yeah, I'm kind of glad that I kind of like how they'll kind of, especially in this game, how they'll use characters and places from the other collections and the other games, but it won't feel out of place. Like, it won't feel like they're just bringing back characters for the sake of it, which is a slight criticism I do have of Dual Destinies, which is in the Apollo Justice trilogy, because it felt like they brought in Edgeworth just for the sake of bringing in Edgeworth, but in this collection it doesn't feel like they're just bringing in random characters for nostalgia reasons. I'm tired, I don't want to go to work. I feel that, man. I feel that. I was like that yesterday when I had to go into work. I just couldn't be bothered. because obviously last week was Black Friday, and I was just like, it's the lead up to Christmas. I'm too tired to go in, but yeah. And my manager asked like, hey, can you come in today? And I was just, my manager messaged me yesterday saying, hey, can you work tomorrow as well? And I was just like, no, I am not working tomorrow. I've been getting like 4 hours of sleep this week, 4 hours a day for the week. Jesus Christ, that's not good. That's kind of shit, innit? I hope you get more sleep tonight, Alice. Hope you get more sleep tonight. Sunshine Coliseum, that's over by the harbour. I mean, honestly, same, and it's not even 8 o'clock yet. My brain has just been like tired this whole weekend. That's what I get for being in uni like all week and then working. And I get up at 11 and I gotta wake up at 4. I feel like that's like illegal. Wait, get up at 4 to go to work? Because I feel like that's like somewhat illegal. No. Okay. Because I was thinking, at least like over here, at least with like, with shift workers, then we can't be like, basically, I don't think we can do like, we have to, I think, it's something to do, what's the law now over here with shift workers? I think it's that like we can't work a close and then open the next morning. Then it's getting me up at 4 to hunt. It's hunting season, so work, sleep, hunt, work, repeat. Okay, that makes a slight amount more sense. that makes like more sense, I guess. Well, I hope you're able to somehow find it in your schedule to sleep more at some point, Alice. There were a whole bunch of people there for a big event. We thought it might be worth a look. You mean like a festival? Well, that sounds fun. Wish I could have gone and checked it out. Oh yeah, it was super fun. There were food stands and fireworks. Simeon didn't like the crowds much, but hey, you don't have to tell them that. Alright, it's decided. When this case is finally over, we're all going to the festival together. Tuesday. I can sleep Tuesday, kinda. But we're all praying that Tuesday comes quickly. It's kind of lucky you found Prosecutor Winner so quickly. Lucky? In what way? We have to go practice soon for the show. We wouldn't have been able to help for much longer anyway. I see. I'm sorry to have kept you from your duties at the circus. Oh no, it's nothing to worry about really. And we were glad to help. I'll do anything if it helps to make sure they don't arrest me again. You really helped me out by finding him. I'm so relieved. Of course, just because they found him, that doesn't mean they'll find Warden Lagarde guilty. What? You mean they might still throw me back in jail? No, I can't go back, I can't. Come on, Kay. Do you really have to torment the poor boy? Yeah, come on, Kay. Jesus Christ. Okay, can we investigate any further? Oh, there's Gumshoe. Okay, there's Gumshoe, and then there's Will over there, who we've already talked to. I don't think we can talk to him anymore, I guess. Let's talk to Gumshoe. Stop, come here. Why are you running away from us? Gumshoe. Fucking you want? Detective Gumshoe. When you gave up your badge, sir, I didn't know what to do with myself. You stay right where you are, detective. So I thought, if you weren't gonna be a prosecutor anymore, maybe I shouldn't be a detective either. Gumshoe, you are too poor to just quit your job on a whim because your boss quit his job at the prosecutor's office. I mean, granted he could get a higher paying job that wouldn't be too hard because he gets paid basically pennies at the precinct. So, but like still, He cannot afford to quit his job. But I was wrong. Even if you're not around, I'll always be a detective. Thank fuck. My job will always be to investigate crimes. And us detectives don't just investigate when prosecutors ask us to. We have to be able to look into stuff ourselves too. Is that what you were doing just now? And back then too. You should thank your former subordinate for what I'm about to share. In his desperation to help Kay Faraday, he gave me a valuable piece of information. Detective Gumshoe did that? So Rosie Ringer's autopsy report. When I went down to the detention center to see how Kay was doing, when you get to my level, you don't uncover the truth. You make it little by little. Kay Faraday, murderer. That's the truth. The truth I created. Yes, my boy, that's what I like to see. I hate Excelsius Winner so fucking much, man. That guy is just a nightmare. You ever heard that? Yeah, so I went back and looked over the evidence. I got a little something that I thought might help. No way, Gummy, you're the best. I'd be in prison right now if it wasn't for you. My pleasure, kid. Good to see you got your memory back, by the way. Thanks. So anyway, like I said, I'm investigating stuff for myself these days. And that's that. Wait, Gummy, don't run off me again. Don't run off again. We get it. You can look into stuff for yourself now. That's great. And it helped me right when I needed it most. Gumshoe was wrong. But right now, we need you to work with us. I'm no longer a prosecutor, or indeed an anything. But we're investigating a case regardless. And I ask you this not as a prosecutor, but as a friend. Detective Gumshoe, will you help us? This is why I so wish that Gumshoe was in the Apollo Justice trilogy. Cause God, I miss this dynamic so much. Stop it, sir, you're killing me here. Come on, Gummy. Gumshoe. Alright, I'll do it. Just stop bowing and being nice to me, okay? It's weird. Gummy. Thank you, detective. So, what do you need? What have you been up to? Can you tell us what you've discovered in the course of your investigations, detective? Yes, sir. Sure I can. Alright, so I've got 3 big things to tell you. Here goes. Number 1. I got some results for you from when forensics looked at Kay's clothes. They found traces of what looked to be a powerful sedative. Brand was 3 Z's, which I think we looked into in the Apollo Justice trilogy. Guess that's what she was drugged with at God Lake before she was taken to the roof of the big building. Or maybe we looked into it in Phoenix Wright trilogy. I'm gonna look this up. I have a horrible memory, guys. 3 Z's. This is it. This was from Apollo Justice trilogy. It was from what was it? Reclaimed Turnabout? No, the one where we defended an orca. That one. Sure, seems that way. Now for number 2. We got hold of all the footage from that security camera in front of the big building elevator. The camera that captured President Wang and Judge Gavelle that night. The elevator is usually the only way of getting up onto the roof, correct? And therefore anyone using it should have been caught on camera. That's right. So why did they take back to 2 nights ago? We should have been able to see Kay being carried up there while she was out cold. And did you spot me coming? I watched it all on fast forward, everything from 2 days ago till the end. Yeah, and? Nothing. No sign of Kay anywhere. I thought it was too good to be true. So how did the kidnapper get her up there? Was the security tape tampered with, maybe? I think we need to look into that in a little more detail. And the last thing on your item? Yes, sir, this is the big one. The third thing I have to tell you is, it's good to be working with you again. I'll help you catch this perp if it's the last thing I do. And that about wraps it up. I'll put you through a lot, detective. That doesn't mean I can start going easy on you. That's the big one, as you put it. It doesn't even have anything to do with the case. I would have preferred something of practical use. No mercy, huh? Guess I shouldn't have expected any less. Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. Help with the search. A boy's been kidnapped. We need your help to find him. Kidnapped? Yeah, his name is Sean Fenn. Oh wait, the kid with the horns? You know him? I saw him earlier today. You mean this morning? Yeah, he got off that bus over there, and then he walked off towards the garbage disposal area. What's that? Just over there. It's where all the officers in the big building put their trash before it gets taken away. Where he went after that, I couldn't tell you. I had to leave right around then. I think we'd better take a closer look at this garbage disposal area. Yeah. Let's go there then. Let's go. So Sean walked off in this direction, huh? It would seem so, yeah. Perhaps we'll find some clues here as to his current whereabouts. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Okay, there's a big lock there. So they keep it locked up tight, huh? I guess they don't want non-residents disposing of their trash here. Guess so, yeah. The trash is collected at 11 AM. Guess that's why the enclosure is empty. There was a ton of stuff here earlier. Big stuff too. Today must be the day they take the big stuff away. Yeah, sure looked that way. I bet the big squishing machine switched it all up good some anyhow. They don't do that with the larger items. They just take them away as they are. They do, huh? How do you even know that, sir? Wait, Mr. Fender's pretty keen for you to join him, right? I bet you sent some. I'll bet he sent you some kind of pamphlet on how to throw your stuff away from when you move office. You're spookily insightful sometimes, Kay, but only sometimes. Yeah, why is there just some random milk? Look, there's something else interesting. But why is there just some random milk spot on the floor? This milk carton. That's the same brand Sean drinks. Oh, Chef Clay drinks milk. Something happened to him here. I'm almost certain of it. Based on what we've seen and what Detective Gumshoe told us, I think there's a strong possibility that Sean was abducted from the garbage disposal area. Huh. Yeah, it's kind of out of the way of prying eyes, huh? But why would Sean even come here in the first place? I imagine he must have had something to dispose of. But the truck's already come and gone. Guess we'll never know what that something was now. Okay, I think that's it. So, we can examine the gate. It's totally empty. Yeah, because the garbage was just collected. You think, or did somebody steal it all? I smell a crime here, Mr. Edgeworth. I certainly smell something as well, but is it really the scent of a crime? I don't think so. Okay, we've got nothing else to examine. I guess, can we go into logic? Okay, so got 3 footprints. Exploding sound, garbage disposal area, festival at the Sunshine Coliseum, and vehicle activity. Oh, was that a truck? That was a truck that was taking stuff away from the garbage disposal area. Yes, it was. Only 2 vehicles came through here this morning. A taxi and a blue truck. And Eustace was taken away in the taxi. Right, well, it seems that Sean was likely abducted from the garbage disposal area, and if the garbage was collected at 11 AM. Oh, I get it. Now we know what kind of truck it was. Indeed, it must have been the garbage truck. But the police officer who told us about it didn't describe it as such. He only mentioned the fact that it was blue. Some cop he was. How did he not even notice it was one of those cool trash squishing machines? Because it wasn't. Today isn't a regular garbage day. It's a day they collect larger items, for which they wouldn't use a specialized garbage truck, just a regular truck like any other. But it was a garbage truck nonetheless. And where do garbage trucks go? The dump. To the dump, right? Yeah. Wait a second. So you're saying the kidnapper disguised themselves as a trash collector? But then the truck would probably have been fake too, right? So maybe it didn't go to the dump. No, I'm reasonably sure the garbage truck was real. Yeah? How'd you figure that? Another look at the garbage disposal area should tell us. What tells us that the garbage truck must have been real? I'm guessing maybe this? The sign? Wait. You're saying that there's something important there? Yeah, proof that the garbage truck was real. You don't agree? No. Did I get it wrong? Yes, we did. If the truck wasn't real, the driver wouldn't have been able to collect the garbage. Wasn't there something here that proved that? Oh, the lock. I don't get it, Mr. Edgeworth. How do you know the garbage truck was real? The lock, yeah, the lock. If it wasn't a real garbage truck, then they wouldn't have a key to open the lock and get the garbage yourself. The garbage disposal area is kept locked. Oh yes, only a real garbage collector in a real garbage truck could have opened it. Precisely, the garbage truck couldn't have been a fake. Perhaps whoever abducted Sean put him in a large cardboard box that they prepared for the job. Now mix that in amongst all the other oversized items, and the garbage collector would have taken it away, no questions asked. Exactly, allowing the kidnapper to await the truck's arrival at the garbage processing facility. They could then claim to have thrown the box away by mistake and collected it without incident. Alright, so why did they take the garbage after it leaves here? Let's see. Looks like we have two possibilities. The dump and the sanitation plant. But which of the garbage processing facilities was Sean taken to? Have we found anything that might serve as a clue? Okay, we have thief prints, exploding sounds, festival at the Sunshine Coliseum, and garbage facilities. Wait. The exploding sound, the festival is near the prosecutor's office, which I assume is near the. Wait, do we have a map? I want to see a map. We can't. That's the big building. I want to see a map. Is the oh, in the background of the kidnapper's car. I thought that said cell for a second there. I'm gonna connect those and see if those two go together. I can miss this happening. And yes, they do. Mr. Saint, you mentioned fireworks before. Fireworks? Oh shit, I completely forgot you mentioned fireworks. I have a shit memory, as you can probably tell. Yeah, at the event at the Coliseum, were they sending them off even during daylight hours? Oh yeah, a bunch went off while we were there. What are you thinking, Mr. Edgeworth? The loud bang we heard. What if that was a firework? Huh? Don't think for 1 second you'll get away with this. Oh, don't worry, I'm counting on you at least trying to track me down. That'll be half the fun. Not that I rate your chances of bringing me to justice particularly highly. And there was a bang. For the bang to be clearly audible over the telephone, it must have been pretty loud. Which means fireworks, which means the Coliseum. So the kidnapper was that near there, right? But how near? If fireworks were that loud, you could probably hear them from pretty far away. Yeah, the area we need to search would be too broad to even consider doing it ourselves. But if the police were to lend a hand... Wait. Was the garbage facility that the kidnapper took Sean to near the Coliseum? Yes. So based on the loud bang we heard on the phone call, we know that the kidnapper was somewhere in the vicinity of the Sunshine Coliseum. And one of the garbage facilities is right near there too. That being the Daybreak dump. I think it's likely that's where Sean was taken. Which means the kidnapper must be holding him somewhere near there. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir? Could I ask you and your men to search the area around the garbage facility? It's not like you to ask, sir. Feels a little flat, if I'm being totally honest. Why don't you give me a good old-fashioned order, huh? Like you used to do. You don't mind, even though I'm not a prosecutor anymore? So I told you already, a detective investigates for himself, not just for prosecutors. Thank you. Investigation complete. Woohoo! Okay. Mr. Edgeworth, we're almost out of time. Oh shit, you're right, we need to hurry. And now Judge Cavell and the others can hold out much longer. I'm counting on you, Detective Gumshoe. I won't let you down, sir. It won't be an official search, but I'll put my best guys on it. You can count on that. I'm coming too, Gummy. I promised I'd snatch Sean from the jaws of danger, and that's just what I'm gonna do. I'll head back into the courthouse. Who knows, I may be able to drag proceedings out just a little longer. Alright, with me everybody, even in the depths of night. It's already striking 2. There isn't a moment to lose. Yes, sir. But I didn't finish when Nova Bird dares to take flight. She had to do her little Yetaka Razzie speech there. Okay, we're back in the courthouse. This is the second part of the trial that Cavell, Francisca, and Eddie are involved with. Well. If it isn't our old friend, ex-prosecutor Edgeworth. Hello, dear boy. Excelsius winner. The accused will turn and face the prosecution. I'm not done with you yet. I already told you, Francisca. It doesn't make sense. Why would I help her? I feel for her, of course. A woman in her prime sent to prison. It's enough to make a grown man cry. But to suppress the evidence in order to keep her out of the jail cell? No, that's preposterous. Objection! But we have a statement from your own son. He said he entrusted the evidence to your care. I'm afraid I don't know what he's talking about, or why he'd say such a thing. I don't know what's going into this. Ooh, we're on the prosecutor's bench now. This is our only, actual trial section, I think. What if I could prove that you and Lord Lagarde are much more closely associated than you claim? I'm sorry, prove? I think we've been over this, dear boy. You're an ex-prosecutor, remember? Are you even allowed in this part of the courtroom anymore? Miles Edgeworth, I'm the one prosecuting this case. What are you thinking, barging in like this? I'm sorry, Francisca, but it's important. May I speak on behalf of the prosecution just briefly? What are you doing? Judge Cavell, I come before the court with important new evidence. I ask that you allow me to present it. She's gonna help us, isn't she? Have you lost your mind, dear boy? There's no way this can be allowed. Objection! Well, the defense hopes you'll let him, G. Just saying. What's the thinking over on the prosecution side there, Fandango? I love the little nicknames Eddie comes up with for people. I find them so funny. Fine. The prosecution has no objections. Your objections are neither here nor there. This isn't a democracy. It's a courtroom. Yeah, and you have no sway in this courtroom at the moment. You are our witness, not the prosecution, not the defense, not the judge. You are a witness. A potential associate to Lagarde. And this is a flagrant contempt. Isn't that right, Verity? Please, Verity. Please, Verity. No, as long as Sean's still missing, she'll feel she has no choice but to go along with whatever winner wants. If only there was some sort of way of telling her he might be found at any moment. Judge Cavell, I would ask only this, that you trust in me and in my assistant. Just this. Once. Speaking of which, where is Kay Faraday? She's currently searching for the most important piece of evidence at all. Nonsense! There's no more evidence to be found. You're just stalling for time. Objection! The most important piece of evidence of all, eh? PG. I don't know what this evidence is, but maybe we should trust in Miles's little pal. What do you say? I mean, I say little pal, but she's way more than that. She's the one and only great thief yet to go Razoo. It seems Fender has sensed what I'm getting at least. Judge Cavell, the evidence I'm talking about, we're almost certain we know where it is. Kay's only moments away from snatching it from the jaws of danger. Cavell knows. Cavell knows what we're getting at here. Very well. Yes! This is highly irregular, but I will allow it. Yes! Yes, Verity. You have my thanks. Have you all gone completely mad? He's the mad one here. He's the one that's gone mad here. You said you had important new evidence. Evidence of what exactly? Just what I said. That Warden Lagarde and Chairman Winner are far better acquainted than he claims. Allow me to present to you what proves the link between Excelsius Winner and Fifi Lagarde. Let me have a look through. Ooh. A report from Lagarde to Winner about the connection between Knight and Canis. Take that! I haven't looked through this in a while. This document is a report regarding the interrogation of a certain someone. Oh yeah? And who might that be? The late Mr. Bronco Knight. And the interrogation was to be carried out by none other than Warden Lagarde. Wait, is that the interrogation where... Yes, where Knight was killed? This document shows Warden Lagarde planning the interrogation in which Mr. Knight was murdered. This is indeed important evidence. Miles Edgeworth, you referred to the document in question as a report. Would you care to elaborate? To whom was this report addressed? A very good question, Miss Von Karma. And the answer is the most important new revelation of all. We recovered this document from a safe in the storeroom on the 51st floor of the big building. That's the storeroom where the lots for the underground auction were kept. It is an auction, if you recall, that was presided over by one Eustace winner. And that is to whom the report in question was addressed. Do you still mean to insist that you and Warden Lagarde barely knew one another? I'll refrain from commenting on that matter for the moment, if you don't mind. What? I don't believe it's been conclusively proven that I was the auctioneer yet, has it? Have you forgotten the events of this morning already? I think I proved that fact more than adequately. I'll admit defeat in that particular arena, yeah, but that was not the courtroom. Can you prove the same thing here, Abai? That I was the ringleader? Did you call it? If you can't, then well, you certainly can't prove that the report was addressed to me. You won't wriggle your way out of this one. So unfair. Tell him, Verity, please. I'm not being slippery at all. You are, though. You are. I want to fucking punch this man in the face. I hate him so much. I'm being entirely reasonable, wouldn't you say? Unlike you when you permitted Mr. Edge of this bizarre interlude. That was most unlike you. It's saddening, truly it is, to see you failing in your sacred duty to the law. Oh, please! This man is involved with Sean's kidnapping. This guy murdered Rosie Ringer. This man claims that, Verity is failing her sacred duty to the law when he tremendously went out of his way to not only fail, but also to disregard the law entirely. Like, what? Almost saddening enough to make me want to take drastic measures. Oh, please. This man gets on my fucking nerves. You're right, of course. Until a fact has been adequately proven in the courtroom, it cannot truly be considered a fact. I'm afraid I have no choice but to ask that Mr. Edgeworth's theory be struck from the record. Fuck you, winner. I mean, I can't even really blame Verity for, being being like this. For being like, hey, we can't really do this. Because, we're gonna remember what's at stake, right? Her son has been kidnapped and she is being threatened by Excelsius, with Sean's life. You can't really blame her for being kind of going along with Winner's demands. It's no good. She has to know for certain that Sean is safe. I'm sorry, my boy, but what counts as truth out in the field and in the courtroom are two different things. And you're more than willing to bend the truth in the courtroom. Is that what you're saying? Oh, you're a scurrilous soul. I'll do no such thing. Oh, please, you admitted that to us just the other day. Just earlier. I'll simply accept the court's verdict as the truth, should it choose to acquit me, as should you. Huh. So, bending the truth is convenient for him when he gets acquitted, but it's not convenient for him when he gets a guilty verdict. Yeah, okay. If we can't find that missing evidence, we're in trouble here. Well, Verity, I think we've heard about all we need to, don't you? There's no way that evidence is turning up, ever. I'm quick not guilty and we can all go home. Fuck you. Fuck you. Who said that? Eustace! Come on, man. Come on, lad. Dad. Eustace. Come on, lad. What are you doing here? Please. Mr. Winner, where's the meaning of this? And where have you been? You can't just abandon your duties like that. I'm sorry. You are unfit to be a prosecutor. You are a complete and utter disgrace. Francisco, please shut up for 2 seconds. Please. And let him explain. He is literally crying. Please, just shut the fuck up. Why is this? Why can you not get it into your head? This is no place for an incompetent fool like you. Dad, I brought some vital evidence. Yes, lad. So can I please take my place at the prosecutor's bench, please? Well, Eustace. This is certainly a surprise.
Objection.
And a welcome surprise at that. Oh, Eustace, my boy. What's going into you? There's something different about you. What's going on? Oh, what? That is not at the mercy of you anymore? Come on, my boy. Spit it out. What is it? Do you want Daddy to play catch with you? That's it, isn't it? Alright, why don't you run out home? I'll be with you soon. Get back on the stand right now. What's gone into you, child? You're shaking like a leaf. Because he's scared of you. Judge Gavelle, the prosecutor in charge has arrived along with important new evidence. This trial is far from over. Surely you can't call an end to proceedings just yet. Yeah, come on, Gavelle. No objections from team defense. Only wish we could have our original team captain say that herself, though. The prosecution has no objections either. Come on, Gavelle. Come on, pull through for us now. You think this farce is going to continue? There's no chance of that. None at all. Isn't that right, Verity? He still thinks he was successful in his bid to kidnap Sean, but we know different. Sadly, as long as the boy remains missing, nothing changes. Judge Gavelle's hands are still tied. Please let Sean be okay. That sound. That's a cell phone. Oh yeah, we have it. Huh? Mine is also ringing. Wow, I'm getting a call too. So Miles, Fender, and Verity are all getting calls. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender. Sean's okay! We found Sean! Yes! Woo! We found Sean! Detective, you did it! The most important piece of evidence of all, huh? That's some stellar work, your great thiefness. Thanks. We just thought you should know right away. See you all soon. Fuck you, Excelsius. Judge Gavelle, it's for you. Oh yeah, we had a phone, yeah. Hello? Yes, I understand. I'm so glad you're safe. Be sure to thank everybody properly. You do that for me, won't you? Alright, be careful. I'll see you back at home. Fuck you, Excelsius. The proceedings will continue. Yes! I feel a certain freedom written into my hammer arm. Ooh! No! How? Is this some idiotic joke? It is no such thing. The winners will return to the stand, and Mr. Winner will step up to the prosecutor's bench. Yes, ma'am. Fuck yes. Okay, what, Francisco? What is she gonna say? Eustace Winner. Yeah? I leave matters in your hands. Huh? Facing down your own father. This won't be easy. I'll be looking on with interest. Don't disappoint me. Okay, I'm guessing we're staying on the stand. Very well. Is the prosecution ready to proceed? Mr. Winner, you mentioned some evidence that you wish to present to the court. Yeah, so the knife and the chisel. Oh, you tracked down the missing murder magics? He pulled through. Well, Mr. Winner, did you? No. I couldn't find them. Eustace! I searched everywhere, but I was too late. Too late? For what? How so? I remembered something. I saw Dad in the garage this morning. He was carrying something wrapped in newspaper. Where are you going, Dad? Oh, Eustace. I was just on my way to throw out some trash. Hey, Kate, come shoot! Kate, come shoot. We need to investigate something. And then I heard this tinkling sound. Tinkling, huh? Let me guess. The bell from Mr. Kenneth's chisel. I forgot that he had a bell in his chisel. You mean to tell the court that you believe the witness disposed of the evidence? Yes. Yes. I tried my best, but I was too late. Sorry. You said you looked everywhere. Everywhere where? Literally everywhere. I even went to the dump. Oh! I got down on my hands and knees and dug through the garbage. I figured that stuff had to be in there somewhere. Wait, there's 2 dumps though. There's 2 places where garbage could go. Maybe he just went to the wrong one. Cause if he had gone to the other dump, he would have probably seen Sean. You know, the one that's near the Coliseum. But I'm assuming he went to the other one. I wish I had a map because I can't remember the name of the other dump. But maybe he just went to the other one. Well, that's Eustace. Oh, hey, what are you doing here? Rude, he totally ignored me. So that's what he was doing. And he even went so far as to search the dump. But, all I found was this. And this is a little pungent for one thing. Explain. There's a rock. Yeah, and you're a little on the right side yourself, kiddo. I can smell you from here. What do you expect? Yeah, she's thinking about in the dump. And the knife? And it's probably somewhere in among all that trash. But there was too much to go through on my own. Very well. The court will accept the item you have presented into evidence. You have really outdone yourself, Eustace. You never failed to disappoint, my dear boy. You dug through rotting garbage with your bare hands, and that's all you have to show for it? Ha! You drive me to tears. Really, you do.
Objection!
Maybe a little soon to turn on the waterworks just yet, Dad. Let's take a closer look first. If you wish to waste your time, be my guest. Hey, Eustace, Mouse, do this devastatingly handsome old dead defense attorney a favor, will you? Hit this guy full in the face with the truth. Yeah, we will, because he's a fucking twat and I hate him. And added 5 minutes, by the way. It seems Fender's on board. Good. Then let's see if we can't find our opening. Mr. Winner, could you show me the piece of evidence you found? Sure. We get to examine this random rock that he found. Okay. Wait, no, this isn't a rock. I thought it was. It's... Wait a minute. It's a newspaper. Wait. Maybe he actually found the evidence after all. Let's open it up, shall we? We can only hope there's something of value inside. I thought it was a rock. That's Kenneth's bell. Could this be the bell that was on Mr. Kenneth's chisel? Perhaps there's some trace evidence that can prove that one way or another. It's no good. Look at it. It's spotless. Well, Mr. Winner, do tell, was there anything interesting inside your little scrap of paper? Of course there wasn't. Why would there be? Why was it even accepted into evidence? It's literally a piece of trash. Sorry, gentlemen, but the truth hurts. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Fuck you. Well, Eustace's efforts for nothing. It's true the bell may not be of much use to us as evidence. Nonetheless, come on, Edgeworth, we can't give up yet. As calm and collected as ever, I see, Miles. Unlike my poor idiot son there. Don't insult your son. Are we to assume that the prosecution has nothing more to say on the matter? Very well.
Objection!
That was Eustace. Not so fast, Gavel. We're not done yet. There's one thing we still haven't looked at properly. Oh, really, Rabbi? You want us to believe there's more? Desperation is never good luck, you know. It seems Eustace isn't quite ready to give up just yet. And for one, I think we're both thinking the same thing. Namely, that we might not necessarily be dealing with a useless piece of trash. We can't know for sure without looking more closely, but if I'm right, we're talking about the newspaper. I'm talking about the piece of newspaper the bell was wrapped in. Seems we really were thinking the same thing. Ah, it's beautiful, really, is it? It is. Tear-jerkingly so. Some might call it heroic optimism. Some might call it clutching at straws. But whatever one calls it, to put all one's faith in a worthless piece of garbage, that takes belief. Let's take a closer look and see if it says worthless as you say, shall we? Eustace, if you'd be so kind. Examination time! There's a massive handprint on here! Which means... fingerprints! Are these finger marks? And look, it's covered in some sort of oil. Just get out. I'd like to have this examined to fingerprints. Could I request that you call on somebody from forensics? Very well. Summon a technician right away. Forensics, don't let me down now. I have the results, Joanna. It's been confirmed that these are finger marks. Unfortunately, it looks like they were made by somebody wearing gloves. No! We have gloves, though. We have gloves that look like they spell the same letters as on the newspaper. Oh dear. Well, that doesn't give you very much in the way of evidence, does it? But I suppose it makes sense if you think about it. After all, this was important evidence. And what kind of idiot would handle something like that without gloves on? Oh, that's right. The kind that would flail about desperately like you, my boy. Wow. Way to talk to your own kids, Super Dad. I'm merely calling a spade, or in this case, an idiot. Wow. You're a shit dad. Okay, so he calls his son an idiot, yet he paid for his grades. I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry. How's your kid supposed to learn anything if all you do is pay for their way through school? Like, if you just, like, bribe their way through school. Like, this man is just, like, a walking shell of hypocrisy. And I hate him. Like, he calls out Gavel for, you know, being like, hey, how about you hold up your end of the law? Hold up the law. But then he doesn't hold up the law. At his fantasy, by the way. And he calls his son an idiot. Though he doesn't hold up the law, and he calls his son an idiot while paying for his schooling. Like, it's so fucking stupid. Like, come on. Excelsius, like, I hate this guy so fucking much you cannot even begin to imagine how much I hate Excelsius Winner. Like, he's such a fucking piece of shit. I hate Excelsius Winner so much. Just hate the guy. Just absolutely hate him. I was opening my door because I'm home alone at the moment. And so the dog and the cat can come in whenever they want. Actually, I'm gonna go quickly check on now. So I'll put on the be right back scene, be right back screen for a few minutes. So yeah, while the ad is continuing to play. So yeah. The ad literally finishes in like 10 seconds. The other dog's just downstairs and the cat's just having a wander about. So yeah. Oh, the music is too loud. There we go. Welcome back to the ad, everyone. I'm just adjusting the music. That should be fine. I just have to run downstairs really quickly. Real winners know to keep their emotions out of things. Fuck you. And take a pity on the weak and the foolish, including their own ineffective offspring. The only reason he would be an idiot and ineffective would be because of Excelsius's genes. Like, that dude is just one big glaring contradiction. You spent the last who knows how long proclaiming yourself to be a prize-winning prosecutor. But thanks to my little pep talk this morning, you finally know exactly how these prizes were won. It was all thanks to me. Thanks to the power I wield. You never stood a chance on your own. You never stood on your own 2 feet. You've always been coddled, first by me, then by Verity. Yeah, exactly. You have never let him stand on his own 2 feet. You've always been like, you know what, let me walk for you. Like, come on. Dad. Oh, dry your garbage smelling tears. Garbage smelling? I feel like it's a stench that doesn't suit you. Even if it does make me turn up my nose in disgust. Objection! Oh please, you do that already. No, you're wrong. I am, my boy? Wrong about what? I'm not the one that smells. You are. What did you say? Yeah, you smell, and you don't even realize it. You couldn't hide it even if you wanted to. Edward, take a sniff right there where the finger marks are. You want me to smell it? Hey, is that oil? Yep, and I know where it came from. Wait, I know it from somewhere too. It smells of engine oil in here. I guess Winner Senior must be something of a motorhead. That odor tells us something. Something important. It tells us exactly who threw this piece of evidence away. But I guess my dad's right. I guess I'll never be a real winner. I'll never be able to keep my emotions out of things. And I'll never be able to stand up to him, no matter what he's got done. I mean, it's understandable. That's his dad. Of course he's going to be emotional. He's human. Eustace. Be strong, Eustace. Remember what you told me. You said you were going to be different from your father. A different kind of prosecutor. And you are a prosecutor. We both are. That's why we're standing here in this courtroom. A prosecutor's highest responsibility is to the truth. That's to see that it comes to light no matter what. We expose crimes and we see that their perpetrators are punished, no matter who they may be. So if you truly mean to continue on as a prosecutor, you know what you have to do. Okay, so from what I get from Investigations and the Phoenix Wright trilogy is that really in this universe, prosecutors and defense attorneys are really two sides of the same coin. Basically, because basically Phoenix was like throughout the entire trilogy being like, hey, the innocent shouldn't be charged as guilty. Like, the innocent shouldn't face the punishments of the guilty. And Edward is saying, and the Investigations is saying, that prosecutors expose the lies, and that basically is saying that the lies of the perpetrators have to be exposed and punished. So really, two sides of the same coin. I made you a promise. I said that if you could summon the courage to find your feet again, I'd help you. This isn't something you should have to do alone. I'm here. I'm right beside you. Thanks, Edward. You're right. Those finger marks tie my dad to this crime. We just need to show everybody how, and that is through the gloves. The smell you pointed out to me, Eustace. It's the smell of engine oil, isn't it? Motorcycle oil, even. Yep, and we've both smelled it before in the same place. Yeah, in Chairman Winner's garage. What's more, these finger marks feature some distinctive patterns, don't they? The outlines of the letter D, E, A, T, and H. The same letters that appear on the fingers of these gloves. Oh, gloves that can be bought in any store. How does that prove anything different?
Objection!
How indeed. That's not the only thing that connects your gloves to the piece of newspaper we found. Let's look again at the scrap of paper the bell was wrapped in, and compare it to the gloves we found in Chairman Winner's garage. There's a feature that undeniably connects the two. That being, I'm gonna say the A, because the A is like half faded off. So the A.
Take that!
Look at the letter A on the finger. Half of it is missing, exactly as it is in the print on the newspaper. And it's hard for gloves to be faded in the exact same way. I'd also like to draw the court's attention to the dirt the gloves are covered in. I think it might be worth having its composition compared to that of the dirt on the newspaper. A match would make for even stronger evidence that the print was made by Chairman Winner's gloves. Officer, have the dirt on these two pieces of evidence compared right away. Curse you, Edgeworth, and you, Eustace. Who do you think you are? You're nothing but mere prosecutors. Sorry, Dad. I think it's time you admitted defeat. You suppressed vital evidence, and we just proved that in a court of law. And you did it to try and protect the defendant. What? Do you think you're going to be able to make that stick? You think they'll send me to prison? Me? You think you'll be the one to finally take me down? You're a fool, child. A fool. Objection. You're a fucking fool. Just give it up, Dad, and make it. You think you'll stand a chance without me around? You won't last 5 minutes. You know what? I think I might be okay. All I ever wanted was to become a prosecutor, to make you proud. But after your men kidnapped me, and I was lying there in the dark all on my own, I got to thinking how powerless I was in all of this because of you. I almost gave up. I almost lost sight of the truth. But then, Edgeworth and Kay found him. Edgeworth appeared out of nowhere and showed me a way forward. I don't need your approval anymore, and I don't need you. After all, I found that evidence on my own, didn't I? My men kidnapped you? What are you even talking about? I guess the courtroom is as good as a place as any to tell you the truth, Dad. Be careful what you say to me, boy. You may live to regret it. You're a fool, Eustace, and you always will be. I know you hated me for as long as I can remember. But I want you to know that despite it all, I've always looked up to you as my dad. Thanks for everything, Eustace. And goodbye. That's just one big long fuck you. When did you need me, dang it? Eustace! Please. I just want, one time, for an Ace Attorney character to say fuck. Just let them swear for once, please. Please, because I really wanted him to be like, hey, fuck you, Dad. Fuck you, Eustace. The court hereby accepts that vital evidence in this case was suppressed by Chairman Winner. That crime will be tried and an appropriate punishment decided at a future date. But for now, we must turn to the matter of the knife and the chisel, which still have not been found. However, I believe a full search of the garbage facility may well remedy that. What? You're not going to dig through all that trash for the knife, darling? But then... Don't worry, Warden Lagarde. I'm sure your punishment will be too unpleasant. Oh, you devil! Punished? More? Impossible. There it is. Sorry, that's my freaking power socket and power cord thing. Eustace, you blithering buffoon! What did you do? What did you do? Are you a swaggering bluster about how they'd never declare me guilty, and now this? You were the one I went to after they arrested me because you made me believe I could trust you. And not only did you kidnap a child to try and help me, it didn't even work! Idiot! You, feckless, useless idiot of a man! An unsightly outburst to say the least, but an informative one too. Wouldn't you agree, Eustace? Yes, she really let some juicy info slip there. Right? She did, right? Yeah, she did. We really need to work on your confidence. Well, he's actually a decent prosecutor. Like, not the best in the world, but like, he's not too bad. Like, he knows some shit. Very well. Then it seems we may be able to bring these proceedings to an end at last.
Not so fast!
What? What? Huh? Who's that? Lang. Sorry, Judge Cavell. Your happy ending will have to wait. Lang Ji says the end of the trial is not necessarily the end of the matter. Who are you? Just a lonely lone wolf investigator by the name of Shilong Lang. And you have some sort of objection to these proceedings, I take it? Ha, not really. Your suspect over there is guilty for sure. Guiltier than you know. Lang. Like the Lang from 12 years ago. Yup, Good to see that you're finally about to pay for your crimes. Even if it did take a while for you to get what was coming to you. Agent Lang, explain yourself. Are you familiar with the SS5 incident? I certainly am. It happened 12 years back. Wait, 12 years? Look, a lot happened, okay? This was all 12 years ago or more. My father and the president being friends. Our family being the ones who kept him safe. He just changed one day. It was like he became a different person. Now he doesn't trust the police one bit. I wonder what happened 12 years ago. Could this all be connected to Agent Lang's father and his relationship with the president somehow? Fifi Lagarde, an Excelsius winner. In the flesh. I've waited a long time for this day. After all, you're the ones who threw my family name into the dirt. Are we to assume that you have some personal connection to the incident in question? I do, but I'm not here to talk about the past. Not yet, anyhow. Right now I'm here for you, give out. Me? You and one other person. I'm sorry? Sean! You're both under arrest. I'm sorry? Gavel and Sean on suspicion of having conspired to murder Di Jung Wang, president of Senfar. Where's your evidence, Agent Lang? Gavel and her 13-year-old son. All in good time, Mr. Prosecutor. We haven't even started our investigation yet. I want my suspects on the scene with me while I look everything over again. What have you uncovered, Agent Lang? I need to know. If you've got a problem, you're more than welcome to tag along. Oh, believe me, I will. The end of the trial is not necessarily the end of the matter. We certainly haven't come anywhere close to solving the mystery of the president's murder, or uncovering the truth behind these so-called monster sightings. Oh, don't worry, I'm counting on you at least trying to track me down. That'll be half the fun. Earlier I rate your chances of bringing me to justice particularly highly. Or figuring out who that was on the phone. Yeah, I'd say the matter is far from over yet. Jesus fucking Christ, man! What the fuck? I'm so confused. My dad just texted me. Okay, we're back at the lot with Will, Penny, Lotta, and Tabby. Could you maybe calm down a little? Calm down? No way, Jose. Not until you all come clean. It's for your own good, dang it. Our intrepid reporters refuse to give up, even in the face of repeated stonewalling from the crew. Look, you ladies need to stop harassing these people, or I'll have to ask you to. You cops sure got a lot of nerve. Y'all are the ones who let Taurosaurus run wild. Taurosaurus isn't real, Lotta. I hope you need to understand that. This shit ain't real. I thought she learned that after not Farewell, I tell you about. I thought she learned that after telling about goodbyes. Monsters aren't real. I thought she learned that after Gordy. What? Hoping to hide the fact that they've read this menace themselves, the staff cling desperately to their story. Look, we're really not reading anything. This is a movie set. Says the girl who told me she'd done seen Gordy with her own damned eyes. I saw something, but that doesn't mean we're keeping monsters here. Alright, break it up. Okay, we're here now. So, Gumshoe, Edgeworth, Kay, Sean, Verity, Lang, and Kay. I must Edgeworth, did I say Kay? And Sean. You're on the trail of this here monster infestation too, huh? No, we're on the trail of a criminal. Longji says. The darkness of a criminal's heart can sometimes be compared to a monster. That is to say, a killer is no different from a monster, really. Agent Lang, this is highly irregular, sir. We can't allow members of the public onto the crime scene. These people are important witnesses and need them to be here. Well, Agent Lang, here we are. Where do you intend to begin? Let's start by summing up the facts. President Wang's body was discovered here this morning. He hadn't been seen since the night before last. Yeah, he slipped off without his bodyguards noticing, if I remember correctly. So he was missing for over a day. And the last person to see him alive was you, Judge Cabell, on the top of the big building. What happened, Gavelle? Why did the two of you arrange to meet? I'm sorry, but I can't say. Not even to defend yourself from an accusation of murder? Why? Why can't you just tell us? So Sean doesn't even know. Please, Judge Gavelle, we're trying to help you. Aha! She can't say because she'll only incriminate herself more. I know you had something to do with the president's murder, and I'm going to prove it. You said yourself that the body was only found this morning. How do you explain the time that passed between Judge Gavelle's meeting with the president and then? That's exactly what I'm hoping we're about to find out. I'm particularly interested in what happened last night. So why don't you tell us exactly how it all went down? Sean Fenn. Me? We know you were here on the set last night. You were, Sean? We have testimony from the woman over there and forensic evidence from the footprints that proves it. You came back to run your lines, right? What? You were spying at me? I'm sorry, I was just making sure you were okay. It was late, I was worried about you. How many times do I have to tell you I don't need you to worry about me? Of course she's gonna worry about you. Sean, there's no way to talk to an adult. She was trying to look out for you. Apologize this instant. Sorry. I've told you before. I won't have you speaking to people that way. Wow, this is a whole new Judge Cabell. It seems she's just as strict with her son as she is with those who break the law. Are you listening to me? If I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. You must. She's gone off on a whole lecture. And I want you to remember that, alright? Can we get on with the investigation now? Of course. Forgive me. I don't think I've ever seen her so passionate about anything. I guess Judge Gavelle, the mother, will take a little getting used to. I mean, are we to understand that you're accusing Sean of being involved somehow, Agent Lang? I just want the truth. I need to know why the president was killed. And by who? And I don't care what it takes. I'm going to find out. I guess it makes sense for him to be so determined. The president was practically family to him. Alright, Sean, perhaps you could tell us what happened last night? Fine by me. I've got nothing to hide. Witness testimony by Sean. I need a drink first though. I had a bad day yesterday. Messed up a couple of takes. And we were scheduled to shoot the same scene again today. So I tried putting some extra practice, and that's what I did. It's that simple. It's not like I haven't done it before. It was fine. Nothing happened. Nothing happened? What about... I think we decided on the other day that the Tyrannosaurus head fell down. You've been rehearsing there at night again? When I called you yesterday evening, Sean, you said you were at the hotel. You called him? Around what time? It must have been 11 PM or thereabouts. It's one of our rules. When Sean stays away from home, we have to speak every night. Yeah, well, I wasn't at the hotel. I was here on set. So you lied to me? Oh no, this is gonna be another lecture, isn't it? Sorry. Well, now she's mad. I think it's kind of amazing how hard he wants to work on his acting though. Nonetheless, a parent can't help but worry. A child alone that late at night, anything could happen to him. And indeed it did. He got himself entangled in this case. But you said nothing happened, right? He did, although I can't help but wonder if he was telling the truth. Okay, I know what to present. What about the Tyrannosaurus head? Okay. And I find it funny. So here, where it says the filming permit, filming dates, XXXS to XXXX. I find that so funny because they couldn't be bothered to come up with dates, even though there's already dates, like whenever we transition to another scene. So for example, when we go from like the courthouse to like here, it will say like, I don't remember what day it is in Ace Attorney. I don't take note of the dates in Ace Attorney anymore. But let's say it was like 13th of December, film up, or whatever, you know. So yeah. Pterosaurus head. Nothing happened? I'm sorry, but you're lying. The model of the Pterosaurus's head fell from the roof of that trailer last night. Did you expect us to believe that you knew nothing about that? I don't know what you're talking about. Is that so? I told you, I ran my lines, I went home. That was it. And what do I know about some stupid fallen head? Are you saying you can prove I know something? Sadly not. It's entirely possible that the head fell after Sean left. No proof her? Then this conversation is over. No, it's not. What? The head falling from the roof isn't the only strange thing about last night. I'm certain you know what else I'm thinking of too. What other unusual occurrence happened yesterday evening? Oh,
Take that!
There was the footprints appearing. This proves it beyond a doubt. Wait, that's right, your rehearsal tape. Oh shit. What? You have video footage from last night? We do, and if you watch it, you'll see that it was no ordinary evening. There's a footprint there already. There is, but I'm not sure that's an everyday sight, even on a film set. Sean, why would you keep this from me? No reason. Liar, that stuff might work on your mummy, kid, but it's not gonna work on me. Why did you hide the tape? Sean, you have to tell us. Look, I just didn't want anybody to see me rehearsing, okay? I don't like it. That's fair enough. Silence. So you were embarrassed, is that it? Yeah. What's so weird about that? That's why you didn't hand over the vital evidence? Sean, how could you? Oh, give me a break. You know about it now, don't you? Sure, the footprint was there, but I just ran my lines and went home. That was it. What? And nothing about the giant monster footprint struck you as weird? It's a giant monster footprint. On the set of a giant monster movie. It's not like there isn't all kinds of other weird stuff around here. I don't buy it for a second. Gee, there's something hinky about this kid, and shows I'm standing right here. Dang Skippy, there is. He's hiding a scoop under there, them there horns, or my name ain't not a heart. Oh, shut up, both of you. I'm done talking. Who do you find there? What is it, Agent Lang? So it's just as I thought. Thanks to Mr. Prosecutor. This footage of yours backs up my theory nicely. What? There was something else on that tape? Yep. Look closely. See the costume up in the top left? Oh yeah, the Pterosaurus suit. Something's different. Do you see it? I'm not sure. He's just kind of hanging out and looking a little saggy. Oh, and the zippers on his back is done up tight. The zipper? Oh shit, I didn't see that. The zipper's open. Yeah, I guess you all see it now, right? On the tape, the zipper is wide open. Why? Because somebody's inside the suit, that's why. What? Mr. Powers, that zipper, what can you tell us about it? Well, we always close it up tight when the suit isn't in use. That's right, Mr. Prosecutor, and do you remember something else I said not so long ago? Let me refresh your memory. What if your friend Gavel pushed the president of the big building the night before last, then came down here to the movie set and hid the body somewhere? Here? For where? There's all kinds of stuff down here. Costumes, equipment, you can hide it anywhere. And then come back a day later, last night, in other words, and take it out again. Fuck's sake! What the fuck? Huh? You saying the body could have been hidden in the Torosaurus suit? That's exactly what I'm saying. But we would have seen it! The zipper was wide fucking open! What? Isn't that right, Gazelle? You pushed the president off of the roof just like I said. Then you hid his body inside that costume. I most certainly did not. Protest all you like. I'm not going to believe you. You're the only person who could have done this. I thought we already proved that that would have been impossible. The movie set was locked at the time. There's no way Judge Gavelle would have been able to get in here. Yeah, exactly. What if she had an accomplice? Fuck you mean? What? I've got a little theory for you. I think you're going to like it. Is he gonna say that Sean opened it? Is he gonna say that Sean opened the thing? What if Sean was waiting down here when Gavelle pushed the president off the roof? If the two of them were working together, the problem with the lock goes away. And they then worked to hide the body together too, by dragging it over to the Torosaurus suit and stuffing it inside. Question! Why would Sean, film himself then? Surely he would have just not filmed himself with the costume fully in view if that were the case. You think the murder was really that carefully planned? It was the assassination of a world leader. It could only have been carefully planned.
Overruled.
To suggest that Sean could have been involved in this it's unthinkable. You're my prime suspect. What makes you think I'm going to listen to a word you say? What about the motive? What reason would either of them have to kill President Wang? Who knows, but we'll find out soon enough. She was the last one to meet him, and she won't tell us why. Pretty darn suspicious. Even you have to agree with that. Yeah, true. But that doesn't mean she killed him. Judge Gavelle, I don't suppose I can convince you to share any more details. My apologies, but that is one thing I cannot do. However, rest assured, should that ever change, you'll be the first to know. So please, you have to believe me? Yeah, murderers have a habit of saying that. What about you, kid? Any weak excuses to offer? If so, now's the time to get them off the chest. I've got nothing to say to you. I'm innocent. Both as tight-lipped as each other, huh? But let me guess, you're still going to try and stick up for them? It's true. Judge Gavelle's actions certainly make her seem suspicious, but nothing she has told us amounts to a motive for murder, or even the suggestion of one. No, and like I said, I'm leaving motive aside for now. For the moment, I'm focusing on means and opportunity. And for my money, these two had to be working together for their little plot to succeed. Yeah, but the thing is, the video, like I was kind of saying earlier, the video shows the costume in full view with the zipper open. So I'm confused about how why Sean would have filmed himself with the zipper open with the body in it. That's just a call for getting arrested at that point. The video footage doesn't show the inside of the suit. You can't say for certain that there was a body in there at the time, can you? Maybe not. But we can take a look right now. Let's open it up and see what's inside. I put my money on us finding proof that it was there. Do you mind if we examine the suit, Mr. Powers? Oh, not at all. Might be a little ripe though. Gets pretty sweaty in there. Huh, it's filthy. Yeah, that's weird. I was cleaning it out pretty good. If you don't, it can get kind of moody. In other words, what we're looking at is proof that somebody other than you used the costume. Now, dirty that must have come from the body. I guess the president was lying right in the middle of that footprint. He probably would have gotten pretty dirty. Exactly. Well, everybody happy? The inside of the suit is covered with dirt. It must be from where the body was hidden there. But then, wouldn't they have yellow? Wow, he had yellow stuff on his suit. So our assumption is that the inside of the suit is dirty because the dirt came from the body. Would it be safe to say that's the case? Why? Is there a problem? The part of the suit directly in front of the opening is particularly dirty. Yeah, it really is. But look at the victim. The area of his body that would have been in contact with that part of the suit isn't dirty at all. If the victim had been crammed in there as you suggest, his chest would surely be covered in dirt. Fine. So what's your explanation? How that dirt get inside there? Based on the videotape, there may well have been somebody in the suit at the time. So who was it if it wasn't the president? Come on, Kay, think. Where was it? Is something the matter, Kay? I've seen dirt like that somewhere else, I'm sure of it. I just can't think of where. Dirt with weird little grey bits in it. Grey bits? She's right, there is something mixed in there. It was stuck to something else we looked at. And lots of it. Stuck to something we looked at? An item of evidence, maybe. It's probably worth checking. Does one of the items we found have a similar kind of dirt stuck to it? Maybe the gloves. The gloves, yeah. They have like little like stone or like glass or like metal shards stuck to them.
Take that!
Oh, wait, I'll be a second. I shall be a second. Yeah, there we go. As Kate pointed out, the dirt in the suit contains small flecks of something grey. And we discovered similar flecks stuck to an item belonging to somebody we recently had dealings with. The item in question being these gloves. You're right, the dirt does look similar, but so what? Why are you saying this stuff is? What exactly are these grey flecks of yours? I believe these grey flecks are concrete, maybe? Or like paint. Concrete. That makes the most sense. Surely they're flecks of concrete? Or like other little broken up bits around the footprints, you mean? Exactly. And who did the gloves on which we found similar dirt and grey flecks belong to? Celsius. Chairman Winner. We found them in his garage. That's right, we visited the garage at his home earlier today, and we found a pair of mechanics gloves covered in dirt. And if I recall correctly, a sledgehammer and a shovel too. Why would a pair of mechanics gloves be covered in dirt? I'll tell you why, because somebody wore them while they used that hammer and shovel. They smashed through the concrete to the dirt below, staining the gloves with both substances. Wait, so you're saying... Yeah, that we finally know what these footprints really are. It seems highly likely that they were dug by Chairman Winner. Highly likely? Pfft, if that's so, then tell me this. Why the heck did you make them? What purpose could they possibly serve? Well, indeed, I imagine you must have been digging something up. I think you must have been digging something up. I imagine the events unfolded somewhat like this. There was something on this lot that he needed to unearth. In order to do so, he cut the chain on the side entrance and gained access from there. He then used the sledgehammer and shovel to dig the 3 footprints. Okay. When he found what he was looking for, he backed it up and filled in all the holes. But then Sean must have showed up, right? I think he did, yeah. Chairman Winner would have had to find a hiding place, and the Torosaurus suit provided just that. You got all that from a pair of date gloves. It's good, but it's just speculation. We don't have any proof that he was inside that suit. He could have dug those holes and got him out of here before the kid even showed up. Forensics! But he didn't, and there's proof of that right there in the footage. And it shows that Chairman Winner was still present when this recording was made. What? It's a shame that Agent Lang didn't notice it himself. But if we compare the situation as we see now to the situation as it appears on Sean's rehearsal tape, and compare that in turn to what we saw in Chairman Winner's garage, and it soon becomes clear that the chairman was present. And what part of the image shows that Chairman Winner was still here? This, the bag.
Take that!
Look at the bag next to the Torosaurus statue. There's the same bag in Chairman Winner's garage. It's the same bag, the dirt on the gloves. That has to indicate a connection, surely. Yeah. I think that pretty much seals it. It was Excelsior's Winner in the suit. And if he was in there, the president's body can't have been. Which means where was the president's body? Good, it seems I convinced Agent Lang of the flaws in his theory. Somebody get to Chairman Winner's house right away. We need to know what's in that bag. Yes, sir. You don't lost your minds? I can't believe what I'm hearing here. What is this hog's will? This is all we need. Them mites there, Torosaurus footprints, dang it. Torosaurus isn't real, Lotta. You should have learned that monsters aren't real by the end of Talking About Goodbyes, fuck's sake. Lotta, shut the fuck up, please. Inner holes dug by an old guy? I think I demonstrated more than adequately that that's exactly what they are. No matter to me not what you just did. I don't believe it, and that's that. You don't believe it, so it's entirely false then. Fuck you, Lotta. I done told y'all I seen that big bad bull with my own two eyes. The giant eye peering in that window. I thought we'd gone past that nonsense. Yeah, Lotta. This is just like the pterodactyl in the fucking time traveler. For fuck's sake. We'd have better let that go. What kind of journalists would we be if we did, huh? Responsible ones. But I guess that's the whole problem. Wait. Ain't like it was just about the footprints, no how. You have seen fried eyes in one of them monsters, ain't that correct, young man? By that young lady over there, if I'm not very much mistaken. That is not a monster. That is not Gordy. First of all, Gordy would be at God Lake, not on a random film set. Second of all, that's a fucking camera crane with the fucking waterproof shit on it. Penny literally told us about the camera crane and how they would put waterproof shit and how they had put the waterproof like stuff on the camera crane one day. Like that day. We're never going to get anything with these two around. Maybe we can prove to them that wasn't a monster either. They might finally drop it. What do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Any bright ideas? Prove that it wasn't a monster? Fine. I don't suppose there's much else for it. Let's see what we can do. What are you two whispering about? Y'all ain't hiding something, nature. I admit it. Quick, Tabby. Roll tape. Could I politely ask that you both calm down? The monster the boy was seen talking to, we know what it is, what it was now, huh? That's right, Sean's rehearsal tape finally cleared up that particular mystery. It did? Why did they just swap sides? Huh? They just swapped positions, what the fuck? The point at which Miss Nichols thought she saw Sean with Gordy, that would have been right when he was making his rehearsal tape. I think she mistook a certain object for the legendary creature of the lake. Your so-called monster is right here in this picture. I don't see no Gordy, they ain't nothing but a dumb snapshot. You're talking to a pro here, I can't fool me with no trick photography. What's Miss Nichols' Gordy, really? The fucking camera crane.
Take that!
That's right, it was a camera crane. That is what Miss Nichols saw, not Gordy. What? Sean's rehearsal tape was shot from a noticeably elevated viewpoint. A viewpoint that would only have been possible if the camera in question was attached to a crane. Oh, how the heck would she make a mistake like that, huh? How indeed, how Miss Nichols? Yeah? You told us that you think you might need new glasses, didn't you? Yeah, my eyesight got way worse all of a sudden. And I imagine that when you thought you saw Gordy, he was quite heavily shrouded in darkness. That's right, I only really saw a silhouette. But you done told us. Skin like an enormous worm, he said. You're about to try and tell us your precious crane up and grew skin somehow? And even no flesh on them there metal bones, let alone skin. You're entirely correct, of course, about the crane as it was in this particular picture anyway. But I did have a skin off I saw last night. I know you were Scoop hater, but this is plumb crazy. You want Tabby and me to starve, is that it? No, we just want the facts to be fucking correct. That wasn't my intent at all. But I do think it's time I finally put them both out of their misery. Cody's skin is right here in front of us. It wasn't skin at all, it was this, the waterproof cloth.
Take that!
Miss Nichols told us that it seemed likely to rain last night. That never happened in the end. But I think Sean may have covered the crane with waterproof sheeting nonetheless. And that my intrepid young reporters is what Miss Nichols mistook for Gordy's skin. Oh, what? Ah, heck. Well, Sean, am I mistaken? You see everything, don't you? Gotta say, you're pretty amazing. I'm sorry, Miss Hart, but Miss Nichols' monster was no such thing. It was simply a trick of the light. And just like that, the dream dies. Again. Chief. I think that may have finally shut them up. I thought the kid was holding out on us. But it seems I could have maybe been a little wrong. Maybe. Character growth! Yay! Alright, we know what the so-called monster was now. Everybody happy? Everybody except these two. Agent Blank. Forensics! Forensics man! The president's autopsy report is out, sir. Okay. It is? Let me see it. Death was due to full body contusions and bone breakages caused by extreme pressure from above. So we have our cause of death. He was crushed. Just as we thought. So he didn't fall off a fucking building. So Lang's theory is just completely wrong now. Test results still haven't come back from the yellow substance found on his chest, but they did find gunshot residue on his right hand. Gunshot residue? Guess he was a kid at heart. Gunshot residue, okay. It's a substance left behind when a firearm is discharged. Its presence indicates that the president may have used the gun. Really? But we didn't find a gun anywhere, did we? Indeed not, which makes the residue something of a riddle. We need to read that report carefully. Well, Agent Lang, that clears one thing up at least. The president did die from a fall, which means he wasn't pushed from the roof of the big building. Which means you can't suspect Verity anymore. Yippee! Woohoo! He was crushed by the fallen Taurosaurus head just as we said he was. Guess I have to accept that now. Fine. You're right. Our first? No, not our first, but like our rare admission of defeat from Lang. Amazing. So does that mean Judge Cavell isn't a suspect anymore either? Surely it must. Both the cause and time of death rule her out. She met with the president the night before last, but the autopsy report puts the time of death at around 11 PM last night. And we know that the Taurosaurus head fell around then too. The facts all line up perfectly. Phew, what
Not so fast!
Sorry, it might be a little too soon to celebrate. Fuck you, mean. What? Sure, I think we can accept that the fallen head must have been what killed the president. But that begs the question of what could have caused it to fall. Or who. We know it happened late last night, so we have to think about who was here at that time. Who? Penny and Sean. What are you getting exactly? You can't mean. I'm afraid I did. You did it, didn't you? Sean. What? A 13-year-old cannot reasonably push that head off of the roof of the building without at least the president noticing and like moving out of the way. Like, that's just complete bullshit. The kid's hiding something. He was right here last night, right where the body was found. He saw the footprints. And yet he wants us to believe he knows nothing about what happened. That's a big ask, surely.
Objection!
We haven't yet established if the footprints haven't had anything to do with the murder. So even if he did see them, that doesn't mean he was
Knuckle
involved.
fast!
Maybe not, but his face tells me different. He's sweating bullets. I still suspect that he's shaking like a leaf. It does seem like Agent Lang might be onto something, but I don't think Sean's going to talk. Fine, keep your mouth shut, kid. I have a bad idea. Why don't we let you tape do the talking? What exactly are you planning, Agent Lang? The police have some pretty sophisticated image analysis tools these days. You would go to such extreme lengths to see my son convicted. It's not ideal, but if the boy won't talk, we don't have any other way of getting to the truth. Detective Gumshoe, you have access to exactly such a device, do you not? Should you? Lovely. Good, then that should make this nice and quick. Mr. Edgeworth, might I request that it be you who carries out the analysis in question? Why me? I feel that Agent Lang might be inclined to believe the worst. Image analysis isn't exactly my specialty, but alright. There are new clues to be discovered somewhere in the image data, I wonder. What do you mean? Oh! Huh? Huh? That's the president. What the fuck? What the? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Let me see. Huh? What is it? What's the matter? Show me. Mr. Edgeworth, the court asks that you share your findings. Zoom in on the top right part of the image and look closely. There's a person there. It's the president. Oh my. What? You're kidding, right? Well, I'd say that's pretty decisive, wouldn't you? This doesn't look good for Sean at all. No, it doesn't. Wait, this doesn't prove anything. I didn't know he was there. I don't believe you. And the image does in fact prove something very important. That you and the president were here at the scene of the crime together. Admit it, kid. You murdered President Wang. No, that's ridiculous. Why? Why would it? Sean, you can't have. Can you? What do we do, Mr. Edgeworth? It's hard to push back against footage like that. Surely even you can't deny that this looks pretty bad for the kid, Mr. Prosecutor. He claimed he knew nothing about what happened, but the president is right there with him. Shit. Sean, why are you not telling us? We have to know. He's right, Sean. Be honest now, it's the only way. The truth is, it was all my fault. Sean, what did you do? It was my fault that the Torosaurus head fell off of the trailer. I'm sorry, what? I need a drink. I went up on the roof of the trailer to prep the kit I was using, and I turned on the heater while I was there. I must have left it burning when it came back down to run my lines. Then my mum called and I left the set to go talk to her. When I came back after the call, the Torosaurus head had fallen off the roof and the president was just there, lying next to it. No. We did find evidence of a fire having broken out upon the roof. It was just a tiny one, so I put it out myself. So we're saying the president died because of Sean? If he did, that would make this whole thing just an accident. What did you do with the head after you found it on the ground? I took it apart and carried the pieces up to the roof and then put it back together again. You're saying you put out the fire and moved the head back to where it fell from? In other words, you tried to cover up your tracks. You're a real piece of work, kid. It's not like I did any of this on purpose. I really did just forget to turn the heater off. Again, when the fire had burned through the legs of the table would have collapsed and the head would have fallen down onto the ground below. You're right, the fire caused the head to fall. did, and I also happen to have an idea about how the fire might have started. Those kinds of paint thinner by the heater are pretty flammable. No great place to keep them.
Not so fast!
And you swear it was an accident. It seems a little convenient. What was the president even doing here in the first place? How am I supposed to know? I didn't see anybody, I swear. I still don't believe you. Why would President Wang come to a place like this in the middle of the night? His reason for coming here are something of a mystery, it's true. He met Judge Gavel up on the roof 2 nights ago. But he was also here at the movie set last night. Didn't he come to meet Sean? I think we need to go over the boy's statement very carefully indeed. Okay. Turned on the heater. Must have left it burning. Mum called, left set to go talk to her. Came back after the call. Pterosaurus' head had fallen off the roof and the president was just there lying next to her.
Hold it!
And in 5 minutes, by the way. Did you notice anything unusual about the body? I don't know. It was dark. He suddenly seems even more reticent than usual. I don't think he wants to go back over that memory any more than he has to, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm sure he doesn't, but is that really all it is? Should I push him a little bit more on this? Yeah. It was dark, but you knew it was a body nonetheless. He's saying something, I'd better find out what. Most people would cry out for help if they saw somebody lying on the ground, and yet you didn't. Yeah, because what's the point? He was dead. So he said, what I'm interested in is how you were able to be so sure. Why were you certain that he was dead? He was lying on the ground and that huge head was right next to him. It didn't take much to figure out what must have happened. You could have guessed that the impact would have killed him. How do you really know? I'll tell you how, because you checked. Fine, I checked, okay. I was scared, but yeah, I went up to the body and I looked and he wasn't breathing. So I was right. But why try to hide that fact? There must be a reason. Could you tell me how the body looked at that point? I couldn't tell if he was dead at first. There was no blood or anything, so it was hard to be sure. No fun in his clothes either. He was completely clean. But what are the white specks then? Not the white specks, the yellow ones. But you know what I mean? What about the yellow stuff on his jacket? But yeah, he wasn't breathing. So that's how I knew he was dead. Thank you. I'd like you to add that statement to your testimony if you don't mind. You know who said at first there was no blood on enough in his clothes either. We have his thing, autopsy report. Yeah, that shows the white stuff on his chest.
Objection!
Nothing in his clothes? Nothing at all? Yeah, nothing. Why? Is there a problem with that? There's something you're clearly hoping that we've forgotten. What are you talking about? There isn't. That's not true. Well, luckily for you, we remember it rather well. I'm talking, of course, about the yellow speckles on the president's chest. You've studiously avoided mentioning them throughout your testimony. An absence I find suspicious to say the least. Hopefully I'll say that you have a satisfactory explanation. Gavel? Judge Gavel? What's going on? Allow me to explain you, but the yellow residue on the president's chest, I imagine it was from a bouquet of flowers. Lion lilies, to be precise. Lion lilies? 2 nights ago, when I met the president on the roof of the big building, I presented him with a bouquet. They're a type of lily with large yellow petals. I imagine that the substance on President Wang's chest was pollen from those flowers. But you gave them to him 2 nights ago, not last night. Huh? But they're not there in the printout from the security camera. Yeah! Only because the president is in the way. Oh, she was holding them? But why give him flowers? That is not something I am at liberty to divulge.
Not so fast!
What? More secrets? Are you serious? First you want to tell us why you met with him, and now you can't even tell us about the flowers? My sincerest apologies, but all I can tell you is that I gave him the bouquet. A bouquet that was nowhere near the body when it was discovered. How do you explain that? I cannot. Seriously, Your Honor. Some things you want to explain, the rest you can't. Come on, you've got to give us something here. You wouldn't let us fly in the courtroom. What makes you think we'll accept it? Hey, you leave her alone. Sean, I threw the flowers away, okay? You did? So they were there when you first found the body? Yeah, they were right there on his chest. And they were squashed completely flat. Oh, I guess that makes sense, right? They would have gone crushed along with the president. And the pollen would have been smeared across his jacket front. That does explain things rather neatly. But why remove the bouquet and dispose of it? No reason. He's almost as evasive as his mother. More secrets? They're quite a pair. There's no secret. I know exactly why Sean disposed of the bouquet. Huh? You saw me leave the house with it, didn't you? Aw, he didn't want to implicate his mom. Oh, I get it. When you saw the flowers on the president's body, you remembered seeing your mum with them. I felt the need to prevent her from coming under suspicion, and the ad is in progress. So I'm gonna wait. I need to stretch. And I need to put moisturiser on my hands actually. Oh yeah, this kid is kind of suspicious, but like, I don't see him doing it. Like, I don't think he did it. I think either it was just an accident or someone else killed the president. I mean, we still have, half this case left. Well, actually, no, we've got 2 more parts left, actually, which I'm going to do next week, probably. Probably going to start those next Friday. I think I'm in work early. I think I'm doing an opening shift on next Saturday. So I'm going to do those then. But, yeah, going to do those then. Hello, blood. Hello. But yeah, so we do have still more time to like try and figure out like what actually happened. But like, yeah, like I see this either as an accident or like either this is an accident or Sean is covering up for someone, or someone tampered with the Taurosaurus head so that instead of just like because like there was a bit of room, as you could see from earlier when we looked at the roof, there's a little bit of room between the table which what the Taurosaurus head would have sat on and the actual edge of the roof, right? So I think that someone might have still like I feel like the Taurosaurus statue would have like fallen onto that part of the roof that was next to the table, but I don't think it would have fully fallen off unless someone tampered with the head. So I mean, the only other person that was there on set would have been Penny, but I don't see her as like the actual murderer. And also this whole thing was like 12 years ago as well, which I have no idea what's going on with 12 years ago, but still, yeah. Anyways, guys, welcome back from the ad, welcome in blood, and yeah, I'm gonna get back into this. No, you got it all wrong. That says least convincing lie, yeah. Okay, we've got the bouquet in our organizer, and his autopsy report has been updated. I have to decorate our home with lion lilies. I imagine that's why he remembered. So the flowers his mother was carrying showed up on the president's body, and because of that he got rid of the bouquet and kept quiet about having discovered the corpse. Well, that ties everything up nicely, doesn't it? A little too nicely for my taste. Why? What's wrong with nice? I guess you forgot her. The kid also told us that he was responsible for the headphone in the first place. Yeah, he did, but... So he's still our only suspect. The finger of suspicion still seems to be pointing firmly in Sean's direction. However, wait, I can think of a far more likely culprit than the boy. Wait, who? The person who was holding Sean captive until only a short while ago, Eustace. That's why we had to rescue him from a warehouse refrigeration unit down by the harbour. A refrigeration unit in a depot? Yeah. That's why he was wearing Gumshoe's coat. Luckily it wasn't switched on. Poor kid might have frozen into a popsicle otherwise. He was doing his best to call out for help, which is how we found him. The sedatives had worn off by then, so he was wide awake and plenty loud. Sedatives? Isn't that what you were given too? Yep, we found the bottle on the floor of the unit. It was even the same brand. 3Z's, apparently it's super strong. Okay, but the sedatives. Well, Agent Lang, surely that suggests that Sean is a victim, not a suspect. Somebody else was responsible, and I think they've been behind all of this. Oh yeah, and this secret mastermind of yours was here last night too? Is that... I can't yet say. It's not like you to be so vague, Mr. Prosecutor. Sadly, we just don't have anything to tie our mysterious kidnapper to the murder of the president. So is there anybody else? Somebody other than Sean who could have committed the murder? Eustace. Of course, Eustace. That's who I was thinking from the beginning. So I was right, the kid is still our only suspect. No, actually. Not quite, I can think of another. What? Somebody who we just recently proved was right here in the movie set last night. Chairman Winner? You think he killed President Wang? Why no? We've proven that he was president. And if he was here, he's as viable a suspect as anybody else, wouldn't you say? Winner? Could he really have? It's certainly another possibility to consider. 12 years ago, he was... Huh? That number again. What happened 12 years ago? Tell us, Lang. Look, a lot happened, okay? This was all 12 years ago or more. My father and the president being friends. Our family being the ones who kept him safe. Lang. Like the Lang from 12 years ago? Yep. Good to see that you're finally about to pay for your crimes. Even if it did take a while for you to get what was coming to you. Agent Lang, what happened 12 years ago? It's nothing to do with you. I think it has everything to do with me. It's clearly connected to this case. And you can prove that, can you? Go ahead, show me some proof that what happened 12 years ago has anything to do with this. Proof? If you can prove it, this conversation's over. Does any of the evidence we've collected show a link between recent events and those of 12 years ago? I'm gonna go out on a whim and go with the... Oh, this literally says 12 years ago. But yeah, the report on night. This is a report about Bronco Knight. It was sent to Chairman Winner by Warden Lagarde. This last part in particular should be of interest to you. Retrieve the package we laid to rest 12 years ago in front of the planter. And that's not all. Take a look at this. This letter was sent to Rosie Ringer, the victim of a murder that happened the night before last. We don't know who sent it, but it does say this. Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago. What? But... Something strange is going on, Agent Lang. Miss Ringer was murdered the night before last, and President Wang not long afterward. There's a connection between the two murders. There has to be. And I believe we can trace that connection to events 12 years past. In the past, am I wrong? These are old wounds you're opening here. Insults to my family name. No, please, Agent Lang, we need to know. What? Huh? Who on earth was that? Shifu! Oh, these agents. Huh? What are you all doing here? We came to find you, sir. We heard that you were looking into the incident from 12 years ago. Idiots! I'm not your boss anymore. Get back to your duties right now. We can't do that, sir. What? You're disobeying a direct order? Please, sir, I'm begging you. We all are. You have to reopen the investigation into the SS5 incident. We know you can't let it go until you figured out what happened, and we can't either. Well, Agent Lang, it seems your former underlings want the events of the past explained too. You think it's that easy that you could solve the case just like that? I think we can, together. You know what's so funny? Sorry, we're just breaking the tension. But like, I find it so funny that just like our witnesses, like, and like sort of like the people involved in this case, some of the people involved in this case, so Will and Penny and Tabby and Kay, I just stood there, and then it's just, I mean, Kay will just like interject, so she's not just stood there, but like a lot of Tabby, Will and Penny, I just like kind of stood there, and it's so, I find that kind of funny. I don't know why. I think it's that like when you have so many people in this scene, it's like some will just end up standing there, just be like, just like staring at everyone else. I mean, this is like kind of like in the anime. I think it was in one of the Turnabout Samurai episodes, I believe. Yeah, it was in one of the Turnabout Samurai episodes, because it was the only it was like towards one of the episodes that involved Will Powers, and in the Phoenix Wright trilogy, he only shows up in Turnabout Samurai and Fell on My Turnabout. Basically, and this scene is before Fell on My Turnabout because it happens at the end, in the middle of the first game. Towards the end of the second case in the first game, I think. This scene I'm going to talk about is in the first game, in the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. But it's when Phoenix and Edward are talking, and it's the unnecessary feelings scene, right? It's that scene, and then Will is just stood there. Will Powers is just stood there because it's like Phoenix is at the top of the stairs, right, with Will and Maya, I think, and then Edgeworth is at the bottom of the stairs, and Phoenix and Edgeworth are talking, and then like Will is just like, yes, these two are deeply in love with each other, and yet won't admit it. And yeah, that I just find that funny. Ha. Well, all right then. I'll accept it. Yes, she, foo. Nice, and I guess it's my turn to step up. I'm sorry, Kay? You're looking into a case from the past, right? Just happen to have a little something that'll help with that. Little thief! I mean, Mr. Thief. Surely, if you can give the details of the incident, I can rustle up a little simulation for you. Sadly, we don't have the files related to the case. Huh? How come? Access to those files is strictly the top secret. Really? Why? Beats me, somebody must have something to hide. Even I've never seen them. Yeah, everything I know I read in newspaper articles from the time. And that's fine, just tell us what you can. Alright. The SS5 incident happened on a winter's day 12 years ago, February 10th to be precise. Your police received a call directly from the kidnapper. I've got the president of Zhang Fa. So he was kidnapped? Yeah, SS5 is the official designation of the president's kidnapping case. The kidnapper wanted $100 million. $100 million? How much money even is that? A lot. More than you can imagine, it seems. Yeah, it's a lot. The last person to see the president that night was my father. They were together at the embassy of Zhengfao until midnight on the 10th. And nobody knows what happened with the president after that until he was kidnapped. Our government did everything they could to scrape together the money. They were desperate to save him. And in the end they succeeded. The money was handed over and the president came home safely. So President Wang was head honcho even back then? Wow, go Mr. President. The length of time he stayed in power isn't even close to the most impressive thing about him. Agent Lang was clearly very fond fond of President Wang. I assumed the kidnapping was thoroughly investigated. It was, but the investigation was top secret, as was the trial. The trial? So a suspect was arrested? Yeah, none other than our friend, Fifi Lagarde. What? Is that why you visited the prison? It is. I was part of what you might call extended leave from Interpol, so I thought I'd use the time to look into what happened 12 years back. And I wanted to see who I was dealing with. She was found out guilty then, wasn't she? Yeah. Fucking dick. My father was in charge of the president's security at the time, but they held him responsible for the kidnapping and stripped him of his duties as presidential bodyguard. What the fuck? He stayed on the force though, and he worked the case alone until eventually he found a suspect, Lagarde, and he thought she did it. There's no way she was innocent, but they declared her not guilty and the case went cold. My father couldn't take it. He was broken mentally and physically. Finally, he quit the force altogether, so he had solid grounds to suspect Warden Lagarde. He must have had evidence. He wouldn't have charged her otherwise, but I've never been able to see the materials from the case. I'm sorry, but that's all I know. What do we do, Mr. Edward? This is useful information, but I don't think it's enough for a little thief to recreate the scene. Is there really nothing we can do? Who is it? Who settled it? You look like you could use a hand. Who is this now? Oh, it's Fran and Eddie. I'm guessing they wrapped up their trial. Francisca, I'm Mr. Fender. We finally wrapped things up over at the courthouse, so we thought we'd see what you kids were up to. Here. What's this? It says SS5 Incident Investigation Report. She came just in the nick of time. Thank you, Francisca, for always coming in clutch. In Francisca von Carmel, we trust. When Fifi Lagarde mentioned an incident from 12 years ago earlier, I couldn't help but wonder, so I decided to look into it, and this is what Interpol provided. Nice work, Francisca. Don't get the wrong idea, Miles Edgeworth. You're no longer a prosecutor. I didn't do this for you. I did it so that a colleague could solve his father's final case. I owe you one. I owe you 6. But everything related to SS5 everything related to the SS5 incident was supposed to be top secret. Yeah, but that classification was applied by the prosecutor in charge of the case, Excelsius Winner. He was the prosecutor in charge. Him again. Don't worry. What do you mean, don't worry? Due to the outcome of this morning's case, he's been stripped of his authority. Thank fuck! An outcome that was in no small part thanks to the efforts of his own son, Eustace. So in defeating his father, he made the old case file available to us? Sounds like we owe him. Prosecutor Eustace Winner is busy wrapping things up after the conclusion of the Lagarde trial. But he asked me to give you a message. Leave Dad and Lagarde to me. You focus on your case over that. He's even starting to sound like a prosecutor. Indeed he is. Alright. Now that we have the case out, I can recreate the scene, no problem. Excellent. Let's get started. According to the file, the incident occurred exactly where the brother is now. And what are we waiting for? With me and everybody. Okay, recreation time. I haven't even fully looked at the thing. Okay, if you could set Mr. Thief in motion. Sure, looks like there's more than enough here to work with. Let's have a quick look at this. Occurred on February 10th, 12 years ago. President of Shangfa was kidnapped and ransomed for $100 million. President's presence at the embassy until midnight, confirmed by Dalong Lang, which I think is Shilong Lang's dad. Prosecutor in charge, Excelsius Winner. Suspect Fifi Lagarde. Where do you want to start? Good question. Let's see. It seems there was an eyewitness, a freelance journalist by the name of Alf Aldon. But apparently, he was killed by the culprit for witnessing the kidnapping. So this is where you saw it all happen, huh? Hey, I see the big building. No, construction of the big building only began a year ago. Before that, it had been a piece of abandoned property. And before that, now we're getting to the stuff I know. 12 years ago, this place would have been the embassy. Oh, the happy family home. Oh, like for retired people? No, it's a place for children without parents. Oh, an orphanage then. An orphanage, in other words. The president was kidnapped from an orphanage? Yeah, and the place was run by Fifi Lagarde. She called it her happy little home, not too unlike the prison. As the proprietor of the institution, I suppose it's understandable that she came under suspicion. President Wang, Excelsior's winner, and Warden Lagarde? Surely the SS5 incident must be related to our current case. Kate, could you enter the data relating to the murder of Mr. Aldone? It seems sensible to assume that he was killed by whoever kidnapped the president. So if we saw the murder, we saw the kidnapping. Nice. Alright, we're counting on you. Okay. Let's go, Kate. Question! Why is Lotta and Tabby still here? It makes no... It confuses me why those two are still here. And why is Sean still here? What the heck is this? When did I grow to become so blasé towards people's reaction to Mr. Thief? What we're seeing here is the front yard of the orphanage as it was 12 years ago. At least as far as the police reports describe it. Yeah, this is how it looked when they started investigating at 7 a.m. the morning after the murder. And it seems it had been snowing. Yeah, from what I heard, the footprints wound up being pretty important evidence. The snow fell in the daytime the previous day. In other words, before the incident occurred. Meaning that none of the irrelevant footprints would have been obscured by new snow. I think we'll need to pay these footprints some special attention. Okay, begin investigating. So let's have a look at the footprints first. These footprints stop by the body. I guess that means they belong to Mr. Aldone, right? But there's multiple pairs of footprints. His feet were pretty big. What's that, about size 12? That's scary. That she can easily identify footprints. According to the file, they were the same size as his shoe. It's a match. Okay. Then we have these footprints over here. These footprints go toward the body and come back. According to the case file, they're thought to be the killers. They're about size 9. Pretty average in other words. It seems the police weren't able to track down who the murderer was from them though. Interesting. Got Lanke. And Eddie's just chilling over there, like always. Aldone, the man who witnessed the president's kidnapping. But what exactly did he see? I bet Eustace part of the recreation of one of the crime scene photos. It seems he suffered a blow to the back of the head. Yeah, from that brick right there. They figured it must have been taken from here in the yard. It looks like the blood flowed from the head, wound up, and spread over the surrounding area. Hey, a gift you. This is Mr. Aldone's autopsy report. Okay, we got that now. Okay. I must start and inspect anything that catches my attention. Okay, I think the first thing that really caught my eye of the body was this flower, which is the same one, which is like the lion lily that Verity has. Somebody's dropped a yellow flower here. I think this one symbolizes the desire to steal treasures. Okay, you can't just make these things up. What we can say is that it looks to be different from all the other flowers in the planter. So what's it doing here? What indeed? We should examine the planters too. It must be right. Somebody must have stolen it. It's a stolen treasure. Okay. I think this one might actually symbolize the growing anger of a former prosecutor. Okay, we've got his body. Aldone, freelance journalist, killed after witnessing the kidnapping of President Wang. Even in the recreation, it's pretty gruesome, huh? It's even worse than the actual crime scene photos. That's a lot of blood. It seems mostly to have come from the back of his head. As you can see, that area is completely caked. Yeah, the autopsy report says that's where he was hit with the brick. Indeed, I imagine his attacker must have stuck up on him from behind. It looks as if he's clutching something in his right hand. Oh yeah, they mentioned that in the file somewhere. Let's see. According to this, it was a button. A button? Torn from the attacker's clothing, perhaps. Maybe. Okay, and got his phone down here. This cell phone must have belonged to the victim. You're right. Yeah, it says here in the file that Mr. Adele made a call while I was watching the kidnapping. A call to whom? His girlfriend. Seems he called her when he saw the president was there. But she didn't pick up, so he left a message. That's in here too if you want to hear it. Please. What'd she say? What'd he say even? Hey Rosie, it's me. Oh, well he was dating Rosie Ringer. I guess you're asleep already. Anyway, I'm here at the orphanage. Something weird's going on. President Wang is here for some reason. And there's another. Damn it, the light's out, so I can't quite see, but it looked like he was being kidnapped. Anyway, probably nothing, but I thought I should let you know. Oh, and that's when he was murdered. What were those sounds at the end? He must have been attacked while he was still on the phone. Agent Lang, can I ask you something? Mr. Adam's girlfriend, what was her name? Ringer. Rosie Ringer. At least that's what I heard. Yep. Just as I thought. Wait, you mean her revenge for what happened 12 years ago? All Miss Ringer was left with were the memories and personal effects of her lover. And so, seeking revenge on Chairman Winner, she made her appearance at the auction. So she really was out for a revenge on Chairman Winner, wasn't she? Perhaps it was for his suppression of the kidnapping. Or perhaps it was because she thought he was one of the kidnappers. That's been added to our organizer. Okay, and we've got his camera here as well. We've got the footprints we can't examine because we've just examined them. So the victim was carrying a camera. Oh yeah, according to the file, they recovered a picture. Yeah, here we are. It's the president, right? And somebody's pointing a gun at him. This must be what Mr. Aldon witnessed. There's like a claw mark there on the snowman with the button that Aldon was holding, because the another button is used for an eye here. So the person in the trench coat is the kidnapper. Yeah, I imagine they were trying to conceal their identity. But if Agent Lang's father's theory was correct, the person wearing that trench coat is Warden Lagarde. How come they only found the one picture? He probably wasn't able to take any more because before he was attacked. Okay. I've got the planters here, which we'll probably examine after we've finished examining this. This was the brick used in the murder. There's stuff made of bricks all around the yard here. They probably took it from someplace nearby, huh? Yeah, probably. They've got the blood. Wait, can we examine the blood? Fresh blood. And plenty of it. According to the autopsy report, he died from loss of blood due to the blow to the back of his head. Yeah, and that blood spread out over the entire area. I doubt anybody could have bled that much and survived. Anyway, this certainly seems to confirm what the autopsy report suggests. Yes, it does. And that's all we can we examine more? I don't believe there is any more to be found here. Okay, there's no more to be found here then. Let's examine this planter here. These planters. According to the case file, the yard stretched around 3 sides of the orphanage. And there were 3 planters on each side. Okay. Yeah, planters arranged in a very particular pattern. One we've seen before. Shame there aren't many flowers, but I guess it was the middle of winter. Yeah, but look at that one, it's bright yellow. Weird, how come there's only one? Wait, it looks like somebody dropped it. That's a lion lily, if I'm not very much mistaken. I remember of the family Lilacia? A lion lily, you say? Hey, didn't Judge Gavel give President Wang some lion lilies? Why is the same flower doing here? This can't be a coincidence, can it? I believe this particular cultivar is from Asia, where it's said to symbolize the bond between parent and child. I wasn't aware you were so knowledgeable when it came to flowers, Francisca. What I just told you is common knowledge. Perhaps you need to read a little bit more. Okay, we've got this here. It's a porch swing with an elephant's face on it. And behind it is what appears to be a motor. You know what every dedicated swing fiend always wonders, don't you? You take a swing all the way over the top and back again. And maybe a motorized swing could finally make that dream come true. Wouldn't that be a little dangerous? But what dream isn't, huh? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. True, but hardly applicable in this case. Okay, I think there's some logic stuff actually. 3 footprints, planters, and Brookie's the murder. I'm just gonna guess something. Oh, that's right! So that's what our monstrous hoofprints really were. Wait, what? Recall the arrangement of the prints, now compare that to the planters. Whoa! That's right, I believe the footprints are located exactly where our planters once stood. So Chairman Winner was digging around the front of them? He was, and why might he have been doing that? We have a piece of evidence in our possession that answers exactly that question. Which piece of evidence shows why Chairman Winner might have been digging around in front of the planners? Okay, it always comes to this old reliable piece of evidence, and that's the report on Bronco Night. So, Bronco Night report. And it was right. Recall, if you will, the report that one of the guards sent to Chairman Winner. In it, she mentioned something that had been laid to rest in front of her planner. You think she was telling him where to dig? Wait, but why 3 holes? Because the report didn't specify which of the planters she meant. I get it, so he wasn't sure which one it was. Which meant he had to try and dig up all 3. I imagine so, yeah. Poor Chairman Winner. But why go to all the trouble? What was he looking for? We don't know, actually. Oh shit, I didn't realise this pillar here. It's like all burnt and shit. There are burn marks on this pillar here. The report says there was a fire sometime on the evening of the incident. A fire? And let's see, where was it again? Yeah, one of the orphans set a fire with some kerosene, some sort of prank probably. They sound like a lively bunch, possibly too lively. It seems that antics spoiled our chances of finding any footprints near the entrance of the building. Okay, we've got that fire data. It's not really much of a hair. Let's look at our logic again. Brookie's the murder, and what did Winner dig up? Huh. We don't really have that much. What else can we examine? Let's see. Oh, we need to talk to Lang. Hello, Lang. Hello, mate. Hello, lad. 3 planters covered with snow. Is anything the matter, Agent Lang? Yeah, something's not right. I wasn't able to look at the case file until now. Indeed, you have Chairman Winner to thank for that, it seems. Yeah, but what's weird is I've seen this scene somewhere before. What? But where? I keep thinking I've got it, but then it's gone. He appears to be lost in his efforts to remember. Perhaps I should leave him alone for now. Yeah, I think that's about all we can learn from this scene for now. Alright, how about I try to show you how things looked earlier on that night? That would be very much appreciated. Could you take us back to the moment in which the victim witnessed the kidnapping? Sure, I'll use the photograph we took. Here goes nothing. Okay. There's Mr. Aldone in the middle of the planters. And there's the president and his kidnapper out by the road. My father based his investigation on the evidence Aldone provided. That was why he thought the kidnapping and the orphanage were connected somehow. And how he wound up suspecting Fifi the guard. She was the one running the orphanage at the time. Exactly. But when the case went to trial, Excelsius Winner put a big hole in that theory. He did? Yeah, after all, the president and the kidnapper weren't actually on the grounds of the orphanage, so it's hard to conclusively prove any kind of connection. Huh, so they were never seen inside the gates of the orphanage. Detectives bust the gut to find evidence on the scene, and then prosecutors come along and twist it for their own ends. Winner and the guard were working together. They had some kind of deal. I'm sure of it. So you're saying that Chairman Winner was working with the kidnapper? Huh. Your father was convinced that the guard was the culprit, correct? And you say he was a gifted and thorough investigator. Then he must have had more to support his theory than just Mr. Aldone's message, surely. Yeah, he must have. I just don't know what it was. It wasn't exactly a case he liked talking about. Agent Lang's father, Dalong Lang, yeah, trusted ally and confidant of President Wang. He discovered truths that were subsequently suppressed by Chairman Winner. Our first priority should be to find out where they were. Okay. There's another logic thing as well that I think we can... What are we going to do? The governor was Winner involved. Maybe we can connect those two. Then we just got one of the brick left. If Chairman Winner was involved in President Wang's abduction, then it seems likely that whatever he dug up yesterday had something to do with the kidnapping. Oh, I get it. You do? You bet I do. We're talking treasure, right? Loot. They must have been digging up the ransom money. The ransom money? $100 million is an awful lot of cash. Burying it would have been a good way to keep it hidden until the heat died down. It certainly seems like a possibility. Glad you agree. Okay. Okay, the snowman. This snowman was melted before. I must go in and inspect anything that catches my attention. The slash marks, like I said earlier. Hey, that snowman. It was melted in the simulation of the morning after the murder, huh? And that muffler was all wet, and its button eyes had fallen off. Indeed, it still looks reasonably healthy at this point. Although not entirely, I can see one thing that's missing. Oh, poor guy, I bet some kid took it as a stupid prank. Not a bad piece of thieving though. Maybe they had potential. Do you think one of the orphans took it? I'm not so sure. In fact, I think it was grabbed by somebody else entirely. Yeah, I think it was, Dingo. I think it was taken by Aldone. Could this be related to the evidence somehow? Yeah, Aldone. The button that Aldone had. This snowman is missing a certain something, wouldn't you say? Yeah, his right eye. Indeed, luckily we managed to locate it. The button Mr. Aldone was holding. Look at that, it's the same type of button as the other eye and everything. And if we suppose that the button was indeed the snowman's missing eye, that presents something of a contradiction. What does the button contradict? The victim's location. The victim was clutching the button, and the button was covered with his blood, which means he must have grabbed it after being attacked. Let's run a little hypothetical, shall we? What if after being struck, Mr. Aldone lost his balance and reached out to grab something to steady himself, the snowman? The snowman wouldn't have supported him, so he would have grasped the button and continued falling. I get it, so you're saying that he was near the snowman when he was attacked? I am, within arm's reach to be precise. And he's currently nowhere near that close. Right, but his footprints only go as far as the planter. He never came back this way. What if they weren't his footprints? I think we need to look at all the prints again. Alright, I'll take us back to the scene when Mr. Aldone's body was found. Okay. But the footprints on the left definitely match up with Mr. Aldone's shoes, right? So what's the deal? Let's take another look and see if we can figure it out. Okay, I guess let's look at his body then. Oh, my dad is calling me, I shall be a minute. Okay, I'm back. I must scout the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. So we're just about to inspect Adon's shoes. Wait, those shoes look big for him. Is he actually that shoe size? Maybe someone switched his shoes. Those shoes, as the case file says, they match the footprints, but... Huh? These aren't the victim's shoes, I'm sure of it. What do you mean? Look at how the laces are tied. Don't they look a little strange to you? What's more, they don't appear to fit properly. Okay. So these prints, they go right up to where the victim was found, and they stop right by his feet. But they didn't actually belong to him. So are the prints by his head his? The ones that lead away and come back? No, I don't think so. They're too small. So neither set belongs to him. Then how did he get here? That's easy enough. He didn't walk. He was carried by the killer. Ooh, okay. So now, where did the murder take place? Was it really over by the snowman as we suspect? Let's go investigate over the snowman again. Because I suspect it was over by here. Mr. Adol's body was moved, so I was explain the button clutch in his hand. And now this suggests that he was killed somewhere near the snowman. I better take a closer look. Yeah. I must scout the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Okay. Oh wait, there's a brick missing here. Oh, looks like there's a brick missing here. The rest of the brickwork looks fine. Strange that just this one is missing, which we can connect to brick, Ethan murder, and missing brick. It seems quite likely that the missing brick was the one used in the murder, wouldn't you say? Oh yeah, now that you've mentioned it, they're the exact same shape and size. But it was moved that brick with a snowman. Are they related in any way? Yes! Woohoo! I think we have to conclude that the murder actually happened over by the snowman. Right, the button came from there, and the brick too. Indeed. And what's more, if the murderer took the brick right from by the snowman, and then tried to sneak up on the victim all the way over by the planter, Mr. Adon would have seen them right away. Exactly. I think we need to update the simulation, Kate. Mr. Adon wasn't standing by the planters, he was next to the snowman. Gotcha. Alright, here goes. Okay, we've got this now. Yeah, no matter how you look at it, this just doesn't work, huh? We need everybody who was present in the exact same spot. So where did we go wrong? One of the pieces of evidence on which we based our simulation must be the source of the problem. What if one of them was fake somehow? But which one was it? Adon's photograph, that's the only piece we have, really. Can we really be certain that this picture was taken by Mr. Adon? Huh? What do you mean? We know that whoever killed him moved his body, but why would they have done that? What if they wanted to make it seem like he saw something and he did it? Then they took the picture to help back up the lie? They had the president at gunpoint. They could easily have forced him to pose for the picture. He would have had no choice but to comply. And now you mention it, they only recovered one picture from Mr. Adon's camera, right? Indeed, I imagine his killer probably removed the film that was already in there, then replaced it with another, thereby ensuring that the only picture found was the one they staged. Yeah, that makes total sense. So this picture was actually taken after Mr. Adon was killed? No way. Okay. And there you have it. The picture doesn't show what Mr. Adon saw at all. It seems highly likely that it was simply staged to make us believe that was the case. Wait, so where was the president when Mr. Adon thought he saw him being kidnapped? Luckily, the photograph isn't the only piece of evidence we can use to try and figure that out. Oh yeah, he left out a voicemail too. He did. I think we should listen back to it one more time, don't you? This is surely the only place where the president and his kidnapper could have been standing. Okay, wait. I can't, fuck's sake, I can't fucking look at the evidence anymore, fuck. I'm gonna press maybe here?
Take that!
That's why they were? How do you figure that? Do I need a reason? What do you mean you don't have one? For fuck's sake. that clearly wasn't it. Let's go over what Mr. Aldon said in his message one more time. Let's see. Hey Rosie, it's me. I guess you're asleep already. I'm here at the orphanage. There's something weird's going on. President Kong is here for some reason, and then the lights out, so I can't quite see, but it looks like he was being kidnapped. You mentioned some of the stuff he could see, right? He did. Perhaps we could use that to help us figure out where they were standing. I'm so confused. Maybe the light just went out, but he could see stuff, still see stuff. So it makes me think he was still over here, though.
Take that!
Fuck's sake. Alright, this one went out. Well, that makes much more sense.
Take that!
Right there. We call a statement from Mr. Aldon's voicemail. Damn it, the light's out. Oh, there we go. Two of the lights here in the yard are broken. Yeah, you must have been talking about the one over by the building. Alright, could you update the simulation to reflect everything we learned? I've just heard the dog. I'll be a second. There we go, my brain stopped raining right now. But let's get to the rest of the. Let's go through the rest of this part, and then I'll be done streaming for the day. Alright, could you update the simulation to reflect everything we've learned? Sure. Okay. And there we have it. The kidnapper was really standing over by the building. Yeah, which would certainly have strengthened the theory that they were connected to the orphanage. So they moved the body and staged the photograph to distort the picture painted by the voicemail, which helped them undermine the idea that the orphanage was involved when the case went to trial. Well, that certainly changes. Changes when this particular part of the simulation tells us, and the ad starts in 5 minutes. I imagine it would also affect our understanding of the scene from when the body was found. You know what, I'm gonna snooze the ad for another 5 minutes. Only one way to find out when to make the jump, to switch between the two recreations. I need to first press T to talk with K. And then select switch recreations. I'll give it a try later and see where I need. Okay. Let's switch recreations then. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Switch recreations. You want me to show you the scene as reported in the police's case files, right? Okay, let's take another look at how things were when they found the body. And there we have it. Okay. Here, I guess. I must scan the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Mainly the bloodstain, I guess. Blood on the snow. A lot of it. It certainly looks as if a murder occurred here, doesn't it? Well, wait, but we just figured out that Mr. Aldon was killed over by the snowman, right? We did, but I think this bloodstain might belong to somebody else. What? But the police report said the bloodstain was Mr. Aldon's. Did I remind you that the case was overseen by Chairman Winner? The man would have had no scruples about altering the official record over something this small. Then why go to all that trouble? Couldn't he have just cleaned up the blood instead? He wasn't able to. Think about it. You know that this is where the police would find Mr. Aldon's body. And he knew that the police would have certain scientific methods at their disposal to look for clues. Oh, you mean luminol? Yeah, they would have found traces of blood if they'd used that for sure. Exactly. He wouldn't have been able to clean it up to the point where it was undetectable. Far easier to falsify the results of any such tests when they came back. It would have been a matter of replacing the official results with a doctored copy. So been looking at a forgery this whole time? That sucks. Wait, but it says Mr. Aldon's clothes were covered with blood too. It does, and if they were, which seems entirely believable, it suggests that whoever's blood this is, it wasn't yet dry when Mr. Aldon's body was placed there. I get it, which means that the other person's blood was spilled not long before Mr. Aldon was killed. I think it does, yeah. But if that's the case, doesn't that present something of a contradiction? Weird. We can do stuff as well. Guess the deuce? Could this be related to the evidence somehow? The fire maybe? Is it related to the fire? There's a clear contradiction here, huh? Is in the blood stain? The blood was clearly cut off where the snow was melted by the fire, which means that the blood in question was spilled before the fire was started, yeah. However, the fire happened before the murder, no? If we choose to believe the case file, yeah. But if the fire was actually set after what happened, the kid who lit it might have seen something. And why isn't there a witness statement? Because that would have challenged Chairman Winner's version of events. We need to know more about this fire. Yeah. You. Yes, Shifu. The fire might have been reported to the police, which means there might be a record of it. Go see if they have anything and bring everything you find back here right away. Understood, Shifu. I'll get right on it. One more thing. What is it, Shifu? Contact my family back in Genfar. Tell them to search my father's office. There should be something there related to the case. There should? What kind of something exactly? I told you I'd seen this scene somewhere before, didn't I? Well, I remembered where. It was in my father's office. He had a picture of it, or at least of something very much like it. What? It looks like it was drawn by a child. Possibly a child from the orphanage. Possibly even the child who set the fire. It should still be there somewhere. Tell them to send it right away. Yeah, Shifu. Okay, he's gone. Investigation complete! Woo! Okay. Complete the recreation now. Shifu, I'm back. I brought everything the police had on the fire, and I also brought the picture from your father's office. That was quick. About time, what kept you, huh? We'll hand it over. And in 5 minutes. Let's take a look at this mysterious picture, shall we? Okay. This is it. This is the picture I remember. So there's the president. And I have a feeling that this might be Canis. Because from previous cases, from when we met him, it felt like he had much more of an impact on the story than we previously thought. And there's no other characters that we know that wield a sword, or well, a dagger or whatever, and like have a dog with them as well. The only person we know, at least in investigations, that has a black dog would be Canis, because his dog is his guide dog. This is it. This is the picture I remember. Could this be a depiction of something that happened on the night of the incident? It sure looks like a kid drew it, huh? Yeah, and I'm willing to bet it's the work of the child who set the fire. Shifu, there's... what now? Look, it'll have to wait, okay? Well, Mr. Prosecutor, why do you think my father kept this? I imagine he acquired it at some point during his investigation, although I have no idea why he would have chosen to keep it to himself. Could we see the case file for the fire too? Sure, here. If you'll just give me a moment to read through it. It seems the boy who started the fire snuck out of bed on the evening of the incident, and then disappeared several days later. What must have been because he saw something, right? No, a kid? Really? That's horrible. But sadly not unimaginable. Huh? Looks like the kid left something behind that was pointing to evidence. Huh? What's this? A horn? And that's... well, what's it doing in that case file? What is it, Mr. Prosecutor? Is it the missing horn of the president's, like, teddy? Have you seen this somewhere before? Something very much like it. Yeah. We have a piece of evidence that could well be connected. Which item of evidence relates to the item the boy left behind? The pumpkin. I don't know what it was doing in the evidence for that case, but it looks like that might be the missing horn from this soft toy. Hey, that was President Wangs. You've seen it before? Of course, he always kept it somewhere close by. I remember it because of the missing piece. I see. There's a special device inside it that plays recorded sound when you twist the horn. Hey, do you think maybe putting the horn back on might unlock more recordings? You never know. The toy itself should still be up on the 51st floor. Hey, you heard the man. Yes, Shifu, I'll go fetch it right away. Okay. Here it is, Shifu, the Torosaurus doll, just like you asked. Good work. I hand it to the prosecutor over there. Well, does the horn found at the orphanage fit the president's plushie? Yeah. It fits perfectly. And any more recordings on there? Hi, President Wang, it's me, Amelie. I know it's been a while. I saw on the news that you were visiting the country soon, and I didn't know if I should get in touch at all, but in the end I decided I had to. Turn it off right now. What's going into Judge Gavel? Are you okay? Just turn it off, please. You see, I had a baby, a beautiful little boy. Your beautiful little boy. I'm sorry, that's pretty much all I wanted to tell you. Except I called him Sean. Sean Fenn? There's a nice ring to it, don't you think? Sean is President Wang's kid. No. Sean Fenn, the kid. And also that I'll be at the orphanage on the evening of the 9th. I'll be waiting in the front yard. I thought you could meet him if you'd like, even if it's only just this once. I know you're a very busy man, but anyway, that's where we'll be. Goodbye. Well, he was my dad? I'm so sorry, Sean. Care to explain what the heck is going on? Cavell, Sean isn't my biological son. I adopted him. And he was aware of this? Yeah, of course. His mother, Amelie Fenn, she died 5 years ago. We were cousins. But we were also friends, the best of friends. People often mistook us for sisters. And so when she died, it seemed only natural that Sean should come and live with me. Of course, we had to keep his father's identity secret. And I decided that the best way to do that would be for him to never know in the first place. Jesus Christ. That's quite a lot to learn from a recording made on a seemingly innocent toy. I guess Sean's mother must have recorded the message and then sent the plushie to the president. Hey. Yeah, Sean? I decided to say it right away. You sure he was really my dad? Yeah, I'm sure. Before you were born, your mother worked for a time as a diplomat in Jianfa. Makes sense that line of work might well brought her into contact with the president. What, you told me she worked at the orphanage? She did, but only after she returned, after she quit the diplomatic service. She always loved helping others. The orphanage was perfect for her. The ad is in progress. Jesus Christ, man. Like, when so on the I'm gonna bring it up. On the like main art for investigations, let me bring it up. Investigation collection. I'm gonna find I have the 1920 by 1080 version downloaded onto my computer because I have it back as my screensaver because a few probably like a few months ago, like the other month, Eustace on Twitter was like, hey, fill in this survey and you can get like a free screensaver for investigations. And I was like, sick, I'll just do that. It would take like a few minutes. And here's the vertical version. I'm just gonna download it and put it as a what is it? Image 9. Browse. It should be this. Yes, this. And I need to. There we go. Okay, this is the official like main art of investigations, right? And if we look Oh, here. Next offender here. That is Sean. And I thought, oh, he's gonna play like a relatively like minor role. Like, he's not gonna be too big. I thought he would just be like, I thought like he would be like some sort of like main witness or something, kind of like Regina plays here. Regina is like, Regina, you can't see my cursor, so you can't understand what I mean. But Regina is just there, next to, like, in between Eustace's hands there with Simeon, and Sean is next offender there. But what I thought is that Regina and Sean would play the same role, but apparently not. So yeah. I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna delete stats. But yeah, I didn't realize he would play like this massive of a role. So yeah, I'm gonna finish off in a few minutes. Okay, the ad should be finished in like 10 seconds ish. Okay. 3, 2, and 1. Welcome back from the ad, everyone. Sorry, Judge Gabelle, but I have to ask. Emily, the lady who asked the president to come, why didn't she show up herself? Why isn't she anywhere in the files related to the SS5 incident? She never made it to the rendezvous that night. Someone was tailing her. I bet that was Chairman Winner's doing, though sadly we can't prove it. And because she couldn't make it, she never saw the president again. Then she died 5 years ago. This can't be easy for Sean. Hey, Sean, are you thirsty? We could go get a soda. My treat, okay? Come on, I think I saw a vending machine over. You think I can't buy myself a soda? This is important and it's about me. I'm staying. Oh, that didn't work at all. I feel bad for the kid. Sean, perhaps now you can guess why I met with the president 2 nights ago. So that's it, that was the big secret. I wanted to tell him face to face that Emily was gone, but also that you were alive and well, more than well. But it makes sense now. No wonder Judge Gabelle was so keen to avoid sharing the details of their meeting. Yeah, she would have had to share the truth about Sean too. That was why I took the lion lilies with me. So there would be no doubt that I knew Emily, and that I knew her well. These flowers bore a special significance for the two of them, you see. President Wang gave Emily a bouquet of lion lilies in the early days of their romance. But now he too is dead. If only he had lived, Sean might finally have been able to get to know him. Oh, I feel bad for him now. I feel bad. I didn't really have too many strong opinions towards Sean when we first met him, but now it's just like I feel dead bad for him. Shifu, I've been waiting for the right time to say this, but what? What is it? You've been hovering there this whole time. Can't it wait? They sent someone else from Shankar. President Wang's will. What? The president's will, huh? He gave my father medal after medal. They had to come up with new ones just for him. In the end, there were no medals left to give, so he made us the keepers of his last will and testament. Those medals, that duty, they're our greatest pride, our family jewels. What is it, Agent Lang? Does it have anything to do with our current case? You could say that. Seems he was planning on publicly acknowledging Sean as his son. Sean's name appears in the president's will, and we're certain that the document is authentic, that President Wang wrote it himself. Sure we are, it's old but it's real. My family took charge of it back before the SS5 incident happened. They'll want to analyse it back home to be sure, but I stick my name on it being the genuine article. Wang was a renowned world leader. Our child nobody knew about would have been sure to cause a stir, and yet he chose to mention the child in his will nonetheless. Well, that's that, I guess. I still can't believe it, but the president confirmed it with his own hand. There's no denying it. Sean, you're President Wang's son. Jesus Christ. Sean, Sean, he's on towards the movie set. And to be continued. I'm gonna save it there. But yeah, I'm gonna continue this more next week, next Friday. So yeah. Let me just. I'm gonna quit out the game right now, and you can probably tell, but I am dead tired. So yeah. So yeah. Hope you've enjoyed this stream. We're gonna raid out. We're gonna raid out to someone. I think I know who to raid out to actually. There's a new person now I wanna raid out to. Called Shining Starby. Who currently is playing a bit of web fishing at the moment, I believe. A new game. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed the stream, and I shall see you guys next Friday, 8:30 p.m. GMT. And yeah, we're gonna continue this case. Shouldn't be too much longer now. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed, and I shall see you guys next time on Friday. So yeah, bye. Bye.